Let's play! Whoa! Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another stream of the Great Ace Attorney. You all may call me Pharaoh, and I am joined with the ever-lovely and talented...
Oh, Skinny Mini, hi.
Hello!
Hello.
So, what the... Or, what's her name? Olga O'Reilly? Apollo Justice?
No, Da.
O'Reilly! Alright, I'm sorry. I don't know where the hell I'm going off here anyway. Last time we left off, we were going through the first trial section of this case, or this episode.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And the big reveal was there were 4 books, and the book that the stabbing victim held in her hand was the book that apparently may have been flung out of the home of the Garadebs during their fight. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, like, why is the window open? We don't know.
Yeah, seriously, why is the window open? Dead of winter, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, here we go. Sure taking a while to load. There we are.
Oh, yeah, the couple.
The very, very weird couple.
Rona and Pat O'Malley or something.
Yep.
All right. The defense has proposed a closing argument. Very well. A right is a right, after all.
Oh,
Here begins our...
I'm sorry, I just realized that, yeah, we already had a closing argument, but then it went back to another closing argument, so...
Oh!
Oh!
Here begins our second closing argument. Foreman of the jury, are you prepared to begin?
Of course!
Now 6 jurors.
You okay, Judge?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. I just had something in my throat. The court orders you to begin the reasons and basis behind your guilty verdicts.
The jury's assertions.
Ooh.
Well, the criminal left evidence at the scene. It's those 3 books that incriminate him.
If there's a possibility that someone else stabbed her, I could reconsider my verdict.
If the window was closed when she threw the book, that's not relevant to the case. Throwing a book isn't that big of a deal in the first place. It wouldn't kill a man.
Let's wrap this up. Chop, chop. If I don't get paid, I'm dead meat. Hey, that reminds me. I had a house fire recently. I caught such an awful cold after.
Oh my god. It seems the jurors' opinion have been more concrete as our second closing argument. Once again, with some exceptions.
Our transfer student failed to break down the last witness of his cross-examination.
Sorry.
There's no denying it now. The one who ran away from the scene was the defendant. Wait a minute, guys. Be nice to each other in chat, please. I mean...
What just happened?
I don't know. I just saw something. Don't... Did I read that wrong? Either way, just don't make others feel bad. Therefore... There goes the thing again. There was not a single other person who could have committed a crime.
The eyewitness accounts are was accurate. That makes the verdict all more conclusive. I'm afraid that's the only truth.
If that's the case, then this closing argument will have to prove that there's another undeniable possibility.
Well, what makes a possibility undeniable, though? You should already know the answer to that. To quote these ridiculous detective novels, you need the whodunit and the howdunit. As such, you must do nothing short of revealing a name and a method. Ah, kind of like Clue. That
I love that game.
I've never played once in my life.
Oh,
I know. It's sad, isn't it?
how dare.
Oh, I wonder if there's a virtual Clue game.
There probably is. I mean, there's other games. Oh, you know what? There's a game called The Sexy Brutale that's like Clue that you and I should play, or just eventually should play. It's like it.
You need to play it after this.
If it was that simple, I wouldn't be in this mess.
But if you can't do it, you'll never find the path to the Great Turnabout.
Oh,
Haha.
Thus, the closing argument will now begin. I'm sure that you're prepared, defense.
sir! I guess this is the moment of truth. Ow. The one who holds the key to this closing argument has to be juror number 4, Mrs. Garadeb.
Yep.
A book disappeared from the Garadeb home on the night of the crime. The victim was found at the crime scene holding the 4th book.
There has to be some connection between those two facts. And I have to be the one to prove this connection somehow. I'll use every method at my disposal, if push comes to shove. Happy National Horny Day, by the way, everybody. That's right. That's right. They got all of our days, like, just all lumped into one. I swear.
All right. make sure you watch the wife's reactions, even when she's not.
I'll watch her reactions, all right.
All right.
Alrighty, let's do this.
Wait, which wife? The Rona?
Actually, hold on. Yeah, wait. Oh, let me check the backlog here again, because I'm being a pervert. I missed things. There has to be some connection between these two facts, and I had to be the one to somehow prove the connection. Make sure you watch the wife's reactions, even when she's not testifying.
So, the juror number 4.
Yeah.
So, are we going to have to slide the thing, too? Like how we do with the witnesses' testimonies?
I don't know. Let's see what happens if I just clash and just take a look. I don't know.
Like it. Okay, anyway. Weird.
Criminal left evidence to seem like
I mean, how can we watch her reaction when we're like stuck on somebody else's thing, you know? Like, I'm clicking clash just to see if there's a change, like, in it, but I don't think that they can just change in the clash menu. So yeah. I do believe there's pressing needs to be done for sure. So it could be one of those things where we just press everybody, we press only on certain things. Frankly, I want to press on her statement. Because she said,
scared them?
yeah, because she said, what, throwing a book isn't a big a deal.
In the first place, it wouldn't kill a man.
Nah, I don't know, man. Like, you'd be surprised. So let's press. You say you wouldn't kill a man, but that book was on fire, wasn't it?
Oh, see, yeah, we do, because look at the...
Now
we
it
got
shows
the
up.
top. Sons of a duck.
That's pretty cool, though. All right.
Right, it was burning hot with my love.
I don't think that had anything to do with love.
You sure?
It was the fire of betrayed love, I tell you. He was in the wrong. Don't you think so, too?
Well, it's not good for someone to betray his wife, but wasn't it all just a misunderstanding in the first place?
Either way, it was just a tiny little fight in the privacy of our own home. I hereby deny that it has anything to do with it.
Do what you want, but I'm a little worried about Juror 5. He's been avoiding her violent outbursts by just a hair's width.
I suppose he's a master of holding himself back.
Interesting.
He seems to be on a rush again. Let me press on juror number 5.
Okay.
Hey, what's your deal? Why are you in such a rush? A man's life is at stake. Yeah, well, so's mine. Wait, huh? Didn't I tell you already? I'm a work and pay by the day. If I go home penniless today, then you'll find me floating in the damn Thames by tomorrow morning. What? That's how terrifying the missus can be. It goes beyond terrifying right into criminally insane, I'd say.
Oh, that's funny.
Let me tell you something she did to me recently. Huh? The heck? What's wrong? It must have been so terrifying I blocked it out from my memory. Wow.
I wonder if Rolla ever threw Pat into the River Thames.
You have an overactive imagination, Sasato. But I have to wonder if there's a way to restore Jurors 5's terrifying memories.
Oh, so I think we have to press on somebody that will trigger his memory. So I think, hold on, let me go back. Juror number 3, I think.
The window was closed when she threw the book. Started looking into the case. Let's try it. Let's press it. But it's possible the window was open.
Of course it wasn't open.
Well, how can you be so sure of that?
The prosecution cleared this up a while ago, did he not? Winter nights in London are no laughing matter. You don't open the window, silly. Sitting by the fire, cozy and warm, is a winter pastime.
But you can't be certain absolutely no one would.
Absolutely no one would open the window.
Then why do you even have windows in the first place?
Come now, defense. Stop being so childish.
Shut up! Sorry. I have to find a way to clearly show the window might have been open. Otherwise, I won't be able to win this guy over. Let's go on the last guy, juror number 6.
Juror number, my favorite. Chris.
What does that have to do with your verdict? Sorry, what was that? Could you say it a little louder, please? So, could you tell me a little more about that fire? Oh, it was winter last year. My grandkids had lit the candles on my birthday cake. There was 75 candles on the thing. It was quite the spectacle.
Oh my god.
Sure, and the whole room was filled with fire and smoke. I knew it. It really was summoning the eternal flames from down below. How did you catch a cold from that? Well, my grandkids were passing me buckets of water to try and put out the fire. And since the room was full of smoke, they opened up all the windows to let the smoke out.
Ah?
So they opened the windows? And so my old bones were exposed to harsh night gusts, and I froze to my core. I was soon after carried to the hospital. Quite the birthday present, eh? Yeah, that must have been fun. But there is something about what he said that speaks to me.
So now we need the whodunit and howdunit, right? However, somehow we have to show everyone that someone besides Soseki could have done it.
But they're all just saying whatever they want up there. And some of them seem really set in their verdicts.
In those situations, we just have to show them that there is some other possibility.
So we need some other possibility. Maybe I could show how their statements clash using something other than a contradiction? Alright, I'll look out for something like that. For now, let's keep forcing our way forward.
Now,
Indeed.
so him opening the window when they had a fire seemed reasonable. So did he add that to his statement?
He didn't, but I think it's one of those things where because he said it... Oh, no, he did change his statement.
Oh, winter fires are a real danger. I got cold because I opened the window for fresh air. So that would clash with juror number 3?
Yes, because the window was closed and just through the window. It's not relevant to the case, but it is relevant because there was a fire.
Okay,
So-
Flash. Stop! Not you, sorry.
Igiari. There's a clear contradiction between these two statements.
Contradiction? What in the world are you talking about? Oh god, I can't take it when he points his finger at me.
You'll take it and you'll like it. What? I really can't hear you unless you speak up, my boy. Juror 3, if I may.
Yes, what is it this time?
Were you listening to Juror 6's birthday story? From what I heard, he opened his windows even though it was the middle of the winter.
That's true, but it was an emergency. If there was a fire in the room, then of course you would open the... Oh no.
Now, it seems like you get it. At the time of the crime, there was a fire at Mr. Garrideb's room. Mr. Garrideb told me something very interesting about what was going on the time. The moment the flames flared up, the whole room was engulfed in thick smoke.
He said that?
Wait. Question? Choto!
What you pouring tea for, ma'am?
Yeah. You like that tea? I'm thirsty now. I got water.
Yeah, you thirsty, alright.
Oh, shut up. Oh.
Like, you gotta admit, you walked right in.
I did.
Yep.
How dare you, though? That still doesn't give you any damn right.
Oh, God.
Juror 4, may I have a word with you? Miss Garrideb!
What are you doing? Just sending me out like that?
Just give up the maid act already. There was something I wanted to confirm with you, though.
What is it now?
At the time of the incident, your window was open. Isn't that right?
What? What's this all about?
Smoke from the raging flames was beginning to fill the air. Under those conditions, you had no choice but to open the window.
What are you talking about?
Don't make me slap those cheeks.
Fine, I admit it. My husband really did rush to open the window. But of course, I kept throwing things without a care in the world.
Even while all your possessions were going up in flames?
Letting your anger out is good for your health, so I had to throw it to my heart's content.
That doesn't sound so good for anyone's health.
Anyway, we've proven that the window was open. Let's have that added to the jury's claims.
It's true the window was open at that time. I had totally forgotten about that. Huh. Should we press on that? Maybe she says what she threw.
What, press on her statement?
Yeah.
Let's go for it. Well, the fourth book dropped at the crime scene was hideously burnt. The title of that book is The Adventure of the Lion's Mane. That would be the same book your husband was reading, right?
Yes, I believe so.
And when you fought, you threw the book at him, right? You threw The Adventures of the Lion's Mane.
I threw it. It was the closest thing it reached, so it was the very first thing I threw. I keep checking because I keep thinking I'm hearing somebody do something.
Oh, you're good.
And now that I think about it, it was the book that my husband had been reading. Yes.
Why didn't you just say that from the start?
Because I had no memory of it. You know how it is. When something like that happens, you just throw whatever's available.
I do not know how it is.
Never mind the title. What the object is doesn't matter now that you mention. Matter in the moment.
Number 5.
What's up, bruh?
Excuse me, Juror 5.
What up?
Ooh, I'm Barrett. Can we all agree that Barrett's voice is like, damn?
Yes.
And, you know, that's coming from me, who likes boobs and butt. Of a woman, I should add. Happy National Horny Day, everybody.
Oh my god. Why?
I don't know. Listen, I'm just weird.
Oh, that was hilarious. I'm sorry.
No. That's my job. Where was I? I have my mind on ass again. I was gonna reverse. I was gonna say I have my ass on mind again.
Oh my god! Of course you did.
Anyway, well, I remember it all. All my repressed memories are back. Wait,
Take care.
what? When I was listening to that old lady, it all came back to me.
Don't call me an old lady. I'm a wife and a maid, and that's it.
He's not even responding to her violent outbursts. It was 2 weeks ago as I finished my work for the day. I reached into my pocket to retrieve the day's wage, but then I turned whiter than a sheet. There was a huge hole in my pocket, and all my money had fallen out. Wow, that's quite a tragedy, actually. Even tragedy doesn't do it justice. What? The missus was just in the middle of cutting up some chicken for dinner. I barely managed to mutter I dropped all my money when suddenly her knife stuck itself in the wall, hardly an inch from my nose. What the hell's wrong with his violent wives in this game?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It's so
It's a
terrible.
theme.
Wait, what was that?
Like I sense a theme in this case.
Right? It's so terrifying, I'm speechless. I could really smell the Thames then, I'll tell you what. And tonight, I'll probably be drowning in those murky depths. That's the real tragedy. I understand. And that's what I finally realized. An angry woman will throw anything. Blades and knives, axes and hatchets.
There it is.
Naruhodo, I want you to know that not all women are like that.
Coming from her who does the damn Susato toss.
I know, I was just about to...
Yeah, I know.
Just often throwing the first blade they can get their hands on. Absolute barbarians. At least lose an arrow once in a while or something.
Wait, who are we shooting at now?
Now, let's pay careful attention to what Juror 5 just said. His words may serve as an arrow that will guide us toward victory.
I should try to forget about what Susato just said for now. So, wait a minute. I didn't even think about that. Are they saying straight up that somebody shurikened that woman instead of stabbing her? They threw a knife?
Yep.
Do you know how much
Because she
force there has to be?
Well, do you see her? She's scary.
I mean, damn. So an angry woman will throw anything she can find. My old lady even throws knives. And then...
Well, Juror 2 has, if there's a possibility that someone else stabbed her, I could reconsider my verdict.
Should we clash?
I don't know if we should clash or press, because we want to say that Miss Garadeb threw a knife.
Right. At the same time, I mean, the 2 and 5, when we try clashing, that would give her a possibility that somebody could have thrown it instead of somebody stabbing. See, I don't know. I think we're getting ahead of ourselves, but maybe we're on the right track.
So,
I guess nothing hurts if we press. You mean on juror number 2?
yeah, because I mean, she's like the most reasonable one out of all of them.
Right.
So I feel like if we do press, she's just gonna say, "You have to prove that someone else stabbed her." Blah blah blah.
All right, let's press then. Because we also got to remember that there's new statements now from these jurors as well. So maybe we do press now with his new statement it's all good now.
Okay.
So, we'll see. Wait, are you saying that you'd be willing to change your verdict?
Don't get too excited now. As you can see, I am not only pragmatic, but also a modern woman of society.
Okay.
Did somebody go ting ting?
No.
Oh.
That was her.
Oh.
You'll know that somebody is doing it when you on the sides of the characters you'll see like an ellipsis or a cloud or something.
So it's not gonna be too far away from them then. That's what I was worried about.
Well, no, it could be, but I think you'll still be able to see it.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Oh, okay.
If I read the morning paper, I forget what it said by evening, so don't bother. See, the very picture of a pragmatic modern woman of society.
Well, that seems like an extreme conclusion.
So far, I see sufficiently decisive testimony in the trial of a sufficiently suspicious man. So, even if there may be some small civil of doubt, he has to be the culprit. Just how a pragmatic and modern woman of society should think, don't you agree?
That makes it a bit difficult for me to do my job.
But I'm also a fickle young lady, ready to jump on the newest fad or trend. Also, an interesting new possibility may cause me to change my verdict.
It's a bit of a tall order.
It sounds like you'll have to work hard to win the heart of a city girl.
Seems like it. Her eyes are brimming with expectation.
Cute.
I mean, I want to clash on 2 and 5, but I'm scared to at the same time.
I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense. Juror 1 is no help at all.
No, he's just a dick.
You know what? F it. Let's just do it.
I'm doing it.
The music stopped.
That could be a good sign. There's a clear contradiction between these two statements.
A contradiction? Explain your assertion, defense.
Juror 2, I think this may be the new possibility that you were looking for.
What did you say? Oh, hold on.
Take your time.
I'm trying to just...
No, you're good. I'm just taking a quick look at chat, just really quick. No, I am not in the voice acting career field. No. I do it just yet, according to Danny, who is a professional voice actress. But yeah, hopefully I'll get back into it all. But for right now, I do it for fun.
There we go. Try to get comfortable.
Yeah, I don't know why my butt's hurting already. Jeez.
I know. I'm like, we haven't even been an hour yet.
This is what happens when you get old, ladies and gentlemen. It sucks.
I know, we're not even that old.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. That's the very sad thing. So, and Po Girl, thank you so much for the host and welcome, by the way.
Alright, here we go.
All right. I may have found another way the victim could have been stabbed with a knife. And just what is it? The fourth book, The Adventure of the Lion's Mane, was discovered at the crime scene. If it really did come from the Garradeb home, then we can safely come to one conclusion. There may have been one more object that was thrown from that room. What? After all, Juror 4 said she had no idea what she was doing or what she was throwing in her blind fury. Oops. Sorry, I clicked on stuff. Okay. Isn't that right, Juror 4?
Just what are you implying?
As soon as she realized the truth of this book, I wager that she may have already begun fearing this other possibility to be true. Japanese attorney, as representative of this whole jury, I request an answer. What do you believe is this other object that flew across the street from their flat? What I'm about to say is absolutely crazy. I don't have any decisive evidence to back this up, but I'm about to make a serious indictment. this is a possibility that we must investigate. Understood. The defense is ready to voice its thoughts. The other object that flew out of the Gyarados flat was... the knife.
The knife.
Juror 4. Mrs. Gyarados.
What do you want?
I think I should begin by apologizing. I'm really sorry about this. But I need you to tell me something. Look at this knife. Now look at me. Now look back at the knife. Look at me. Does it strike you as familiar?
Oh! Hold on, defense. What are you doing? Isn't that the knife that was used to stab the victim? Judge, shut up.
At the time of the incident, the Gyarados were in a heated argument. Mrs. Gyarados had cornered her husband at the window, throwing whatever she could find. The window was open, and the book she threw was the one discovered at the crime scene. Ridiculous! The book was found in the victim's hand!
Did the book just grow legs and walk into her hand?
Huh, not even the missus can make a book do that. Now, I can't claim to know everything, but that's exactly why it would be a fatal mistake to end this trial now. Oh! Answer me, Mrs. Gyarados. Do you or do you not remember this knife? Oh.
We're gonna need a new juror. My lord!
I would like to amend my verdict. I made a promise, after all.
Juror 2. And I will as well. This is an unexpected turn of events. I agreed it would be a mistake to end the trial at this point. Foreman! Don't forget about me. I don't really think this old lady really did it, but...
Count me in too. I wouldn't feel satisfied with the verdict right now.
Good show. All at once, then.
Well, at least it's only once we had to do it.
Right. But that was more involved closing argument. Like, we had to press, go here, clash, go here.
Right.
But I like that, though.
Me too.
Excuse me. Did I miss something? Okay, never mind. We done it!
That was brilliant work, Nanahodo.
The jury's shoot. Okay, this isn't comfortable either. Ugh. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Ugh. One of these days, I'm gonna get a gaming chair.
You know, I wonder if they are super comfortable, because that little pillow they have behind it looks like it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I just need to get back into streaming, period, because like my capture card is dead. I gotta get a new one.
I mean, do we know for absolute certain that your capture card is no longer functioning?
Well, it wouldn't stream freaking my GameCube, and then I tried the PlayStation. That didn't work.
Now, outside of streaming, does it still work though? Like, can you get an output out of it?
Yeah, like it shows up on the game capture thing, the software thing, but it doesn't.
So I wouldn't say anything's wrong with the device, but there's something that's blocking something. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. The jury's verdict has changed as a result of the defense closing argument. Now, 2 vote guilty and 4 not guilty. Thus, the court acknowledges that the jury's vote is split and orders you all to continue the trial. Heck yeah. I'm gonna laugh and say to be continued.
Oh, we gotta end the stream then. That's our rule.
Lord Van Zeeks, do you have anything to say about this development? You better drink it all and not throw it.
Right? It reminds me of a strikingly tasteless farce. A farce as tasteless as this wine floating in my glass as I imbibe it with a sigh. What did we just say?
Freaking.
Simply tossing into hellfire that which I cannot bear to swallow. Excuse me, Lord Van Zieks. With all due respect, the defense has presented a viable possibility. You call that a possibility, Foreman? I call it nothing more than the lowest of vulgar nonsense. But fine. It seems that we'll have to review the relative location of the crime scene. The relative location? What is he doing this time? Think of the crime scene and the defendant's flat. This should be obvious, but between them is one large street made for coaches, Briar Road. The distance... Excuse me. The distance between the crime scene and the landlord couple's home is no less than 15 yards.
15 yards. That's about 14 meters.
14 meters? That's way further than I expected. Now, I'm sure you all have the same doubts as I. That book was discovered in the collapsed victim's hand. This book was engulfed in flames, thrown by an enraged housewife, flew 15 yards, and fell perfectly in the victim's hand while she was toppled over on the ground.
We didn't say that.
Do you plan to tell me this is your conclusive argument? Well, not only that, but as if chasing after the book, a knife also flew across the road.
Yes.
And slipped straight into the victim's back. Perhaps next you'll say a pig flew after it. Even those ridiculous detective novels could tell better stories than your delusion. Go! I don't have a rebuttal for that.
Yes, you do.
Even a prosecutor shouldn't be allowed to say things like that.
Sato?
How dare he call detective novels ridiculous? I won't stand for this.
That's the part you had a problem with?
My lord, excuse me, but I can hold my tongue no longer.
What is it, legal assistant?
It may seem like a wild dream to that prosecutor, but the new possibility revealed by the defense has changed the verdict nonetheless. Therefore, this court has no choice but to consider that possibility. And the only way to do that is to cross-examine Juror 4, Joan Garadeb.
What? You want to cross-examine a juror?
Which I figured was eventually going to happen. I like that.
Order, order, order! Why, this is absolutely unprecedented. To have a juror indicted and brought to the witness stand. Oh!
Oh! Would be a complete waste of time.
Lord Van Zieks.
Oh!
Oh, that's you. Sorry.
No, you're good. We were already in the middle of a witness cross-examination. And if the nonsense from before was anything to go by, she was throwing burning books and knives from above. That's cute, but weird. Maybe we should ask the current witnesses about that instead.
What do you think, witness? Says.
Oh, Patrick O'Malley, patrolman, ready to report. It would seem that he's finally awake. I'm so sorry for sleeping through the trial. I've been chasing so many scoundrels around the city. It's been about a month above no sleep.
Oh no.
London constables truly are heroic, aren't they?
Rolla, I know you've been fighting this all alone, but you don't have to worry anymore.
Oh, Pat, I think I'm falling in love.
Very well, the defense's request is denied.
Oh,
Instead, the court orders the current witnesses to testify further. Testify regarding the new possibility as presented by the defense.
Sir!
Come on, we need Miss Garrideb.
Maybe all due time.
But I'm like, I don't want this case to feel like it's dragging on. I'm like, we're getting to what we think might have happened, and if not, then freaking hurry up.
Well, see, here's a problem about like things that drag on or not. It's more so, I think, in our case, that if we are almost positive, that we know what the conclusion is, and the longer it takes to get to that conclusion based on the game, to us it feels like it drags on. To others, maybe not so much.
Right.
But we'll see what happens. Patrolman Pat's report. Well, as the constable of London's police force, I can say that Mrs. Garrideb is unrelated to the case. This is because her window is actually an awning window.
besides, if something were flying through the air, Pat wouldn't have missed it. It wasn't very close to the crime scene, but Pat was watching over it like a hawk.
I didn't blink or look away for even a second. Nothing out of the ordinary, sir.
Incredible. They were awning windows?
Constable, you didn't report this to me. Oh, well, I'm sorry. You see, I was so tired. Tired or not, that makes for no excuse, Constable. Understood, sir. Sorry to interrupt. What do you mean by awning, exactly? The same goes for you. Sorry or not, that makes for no excuse, Japanese boy. Yeah, sorry.
Naruhodo, I just looked it up. Do you remember the windows at the Garrideb home?
The Garrideb windows? I thought they were like bay windows.
Mm-hmm. It looked like it, but I guess it opens.
Huh.
Like any other windows, they can open them to let in fresh air. But an awning window opens like this.
Ooh, that's what they mean by awning window.
Oh.
I didn't even know they had a name. Do you know what I just say? Window! Because that's what it is.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry there's a type to it, but it's like...
Oh my god.
Okay, I get it now. Excuse me. That's right. This window's most defining characteristic is that it can only open at an angle due to being attached to a stay. Only at an angle? No, seriously. Yes, that's correct. In other words, if you held a knife or a book at an open window, it would just smack against the half-open glass and fall straight to the ground. No way! It must have been hard to understand coming from a country that knows nothing of windows. From the start, it was impossible for either item to fly 15 yards. At least, not without shattering the window entirely. What? What?
Look, Pat. That crazy man was all like, what?
Yeah, I totally vanquished that villain, Rolla.
You're amazing, Pat.
Take me. Not now. This is insane.
God.
My new possibility was thrown out the window before I could even cross-examine them.
Now, defense, it's time to begin your cross-examination.
Yes, sir. I'm driven into a corner yet again. I do have one interesting theory, but I don't know if it's plausible.
It was across the street, though, because I thought maybe what if it, like, fell? But why would she be facing down?
So I'm thinking...
Oh!
Wait, what?
Huh. What if that's still a possibility and she threw the book first, that fell on the ground, and the person, you know, Veridian or whatever her name is, picked it up, but while she was picking up, the knife got thrown and she got stabbed in the back. But that's not possible because they found her body across the street.
Right.
Not underneath, not on the side of the street where the house is.
Unless somebody moved it.
But who the hell would move it?
That's the problem. That's why I'm saying it's a weird ass theory to make that doesn't really hold any logical or sound deduction to it. But it's making me think. I mean, that's our opening right now, is that the window was open, and it didn't seem like the window was broken at all. Mm-hmm. So we can't assume that they were able to throw it like that because of how it was open. So, like, what other possibilities are there? So, we'll see.
All right.
I can say that Mrs. Garrett is unrelated to the case. This is because her window is actually an awning window. If something was flying through the air, Pat wouldn't have missed it. I wasn't very close to the crime scene, but Pat was watching over like a hawk. You know, for the hell of it, I want to press on a final statement. Maybe get more out of it. There was nothing out of the ordinary at all? Right, sir. I was keeping an eye out on the crime scene the whole time. And no person, animal, or thing got anywhere close to it. I swear it's the truth. My name isn't Patrolman Patrick O'Malley. But that's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? I'm perfectly normal. The Adventure of the Lion's Mane was supposed to be in Mr. Garredeb's home. How did his book end up in the victim's grasp? If you were watching like a hawk, then you must have noticed something, right? Or maybe it just happened to be a different book. But you still have to wonder why the victim would be holding it. She was carrying a bag on her shoulder, after all. Well, either way, when I found her, she was already holding a book. Well, there's something strange about this testimony. Somehow the knife ended up in her back and the book ended up in her hand. I feel like these two mysteries must be connected by some thread. Damn, okay.
My apologies for earlier. It was not my place to...
Huh? Wait, what are you talking about?
I demanded Mrs. Garredeb's testimony.
Amen, yes.
What makes you so confident in this claim? I'm glad you asked. The reason is, well, this. Inside the police handbook, we have the great things to know as a policeman.
He showed that to us earlier, didn't he?
Did he? I don't really remember. A constable works tirelessly for the citizenry. That is everything I strive to accomplish. And that's why I stand tall and strong for my poor wife. Yes, I tire no more.
Pat, my sweet, you're so manly.
Of course, I do it all for you, Rolla. Rolla, my love.
Pat, my sweet.
Oh my god, gag me.
That's not what I was asking about. I wanted to know the basis behind your claim that Mrs. Garredeb is unrelated to the crime. Oh, that! Well, you should have said that sooner. Alright, then tell me about that then. Oh, finally. Now, I present to you my unshakable claim. It will prove to you just how unrelated she is. I'll reveal the truth to you so much that they'll run out of words to reveal it with. But before I do, I have one thing to say. Oh, what the hell's going on here?
Oh my god, what now?
What now?
Oh.
There's a certain favor I want to ask of you, Mr. Japanese attorney. When you go home, I want you to tell your friends tales of the London officer's spirit.
Oh.
Sorry, but I only just arrived in London, so...
You have no...
Please, I let you borrow this if you promise to read it from cover to cover. I swear, we'll move you to tears. All right, fine. Damn, I'll take it. And I was actually looking forward to that because I found it weird that they have a image of it, but we couldn't take a look at it just yet. I knew it was going to be important. But now we have the police handbook. It's the London Police Handbook. It includes a small section called Things to Know as a Constable. Let's go and take a look at that right now, because I'm sure it'll be very important to us.
Mm-hmm.
So, things to know as a constable. We have to keep the peace within the area designated as your beat. Patrol 20 miles every day so that London citizenry may know peace. If an incident occurs in a constable's beat, he must lead the investigation. And when he discovers an incident, the constable must assist in the initial investigation. Now...
If an incident occurs in a constable's beat, which I'm assuming is his, what is it called? Area where he's patrolling, he must lead the investigation.
Right.
He's not leading this investigation.
Right. Now, I could have sworn it wasn't his beats, or was something about his territory. He said something or another. Oh, but I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember. So, yeah, okay. When he discovers an incident, the constable must assist in the investigation. But I do feel you're right, though. It's like he is not leading.
But I think you may be right. I don't think it's his beat, because I think he said he was on his way home.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here.
Oh, that's it. Is that all we can do? We can just read it? Okay.
There's really nothing else.
Do we have to press it on a statement? I mean, present it on a statement?
Well, that's what I'm looking at here, but I really can't see anything that would be, like, super contradictory, you know? If something was flying through the air, Pat wouldn't have missed it. I wasn't very close to a crime scene, but Pat was watching over like a hawk. I don't know.
Should we press on the third statement?
Sure. The third one, you said?
Yeah.
But the sun had already gone out, right? It should have been dark at the time.
We were walking around looking for a happy star.
A what?
A star that would guide the two of us to happiness.
Huh. If a flaming book appeared to fly overhead, it probably would have looked something like a shooting star.
Let me tell you, if I saw a shooting star, I would have wished 3 times over that Pat would become the chief of police.
But due to all the fog and smoke, we couldn't see any stars at all. In short, not a single knife or book flew overhead before the crime. Right you are, sir. I swear I'm in a starless London sky. He really doesn't seem like he's lying.
Just after we witnessed the crime, the two of us rushed to the scene.
Let's press on a 4th statement, too. Well, you ran to a police box for help, right?
Yes, that's right. I know where all the police boxes on Pat's beat are, but...
So yeah, so we know now this is not his beat.
His beat. Okay.
It's not her fault that she doesn't know where they are on any other beat.
Oh.
Pat told me where to go, but I got a little bit lost.
Rhoda, my love, you're so cute when you're lost without a clue. Rhoda, my love.
Pat, my sweet.
Just shut up already.
Anyway, thanks to that, it took about 15 minutes before I came back. Well, Pat was watching over the scene the whole time.
I was off duty, but I still did the job. I am a patrolman.
15 minutes she was gone?
I didn't do anything, though. What's the one statement we didn't press on? What was number
The
2?
second one? Yeah.
Alright. Then that means that the window couldn't have opened all the way, right? Exactly! It's a window for letting in some air. It won't open very far. As such, if an item were to fly out of the window, it would hit the window pane or fall to the ground below. If you check the map, around here is where any given object would fall.
It's on the opposite side of the crime scene, I see.
I wish I knew about this awning windows earlier. Oh, and by the way, I have a question for you, Pat. What is it, sir? How'd you even know about the window? What would lead you to know that Mr. Gyarados' window was an awning window? Oh, that's easy. Yesterday, I assisted with the investigation. Oh.
Oh. Question.
You know, what I also am kind of thinking a little bit is, you taking a look at Pat's helmet, right?
Hold on.
Yep. Excuse me.
Yeah, it looks all beat up.
Like beat up and dented and whatnot, and duct tape, it looks like. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking for a little while. And I was like, I've noticed it's been like that for a while, but it's like, why? So it does make me wonder a little bit. Okay. Excuse me, Rolla?
Yes?
Why do you look so happy right now?
I was just thinking. The two of us really are lucky, you know?
What?
I mean, it's a shame that the lady got stabbed, but the crime happened just outside of Pat's beat.
Is that so?
Yeah, you could say Briar Road is the border between beats. Isn't that right, Pat?
Oh, he fell asleep again.
Pat? Yeah, right. Actually, the reason I helped investigate the Gyarados residence yesterday is because that area is part of my beat. Wow, it really did happen right on the border.
Pat, I'd like to confirm something with you. Which beat does the footpath just in front of Mr. Gyarados' home belong to?
Oh, the Gyarados home? That would be my beat, ma'am. Now, that's the first I've heard of this.
If the lady had been stabbed on the other side of Briar Road that night, there's no way we would have made it to our anniversary dinner. Pat has to do his job after all.
A commendable work ethic indeed. That's just what we expect from our constabulary.
Pat always works so hard. It must have been God watching over him this whole one time. Don't you think so, Pat?
Yeah, I think you're right. I should probably keep track of all this information.
I'll take care of that.
Alright.
God, she's so cute.
You smacked that book. Let me take a look at this.
Alright,
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was going to say the lines, but I forgot. We're going to look at that.
Okay. Let's see.
Wait, which evidence did it fix?
The case files, the case materials. Oh, I guess the only thing that changed, well, not the actual evidence itself, but
Oh, just summary.
the summary, yes. The location where the victim collapsed was just outside the border of Constable O'Malley's beat. I'm still iffy about this.
Me too. Hold on.
Oh.
That's what this section reminds me of. Super Paper Mario. Sorry, this song reminds me of Super Paper Mario for some reason.
I'm getting Undertale vibes.
Yeah, I can see that.
I still feel like it happened. I'm going with my theory that it did not happen on the other side of the thing.
Yeah, I agree too.
Something. Oh,
Hmm?
I have an awesome theory.
What?
So once again, I'll say it out loud, but please, guys, don't confirm or deny or anything like that. What happens if it did happen on his beat, and they moved it because he didn't want to be the lead investigator?
Oh, or
Because-
they feel like he couldn't because he's always so tired.
Yeah. Oh.
Because it said she just collapsed in front of him. In front
Right.
of Suseki, so...
And also that they're out and about. Like, it was for their anniversary.
Right.
If it happened on their beat, that means they had to stop and do the work.
Ooh?
Now, how do we get from that to that, though? It's a theory. I could be wrong, but it's a theory of mine.
Let's see. Okay, let's just... Maybe it can go. Maybe it'll go to a thing.
Right.
Alright, now I'll do the talking.
Yeah, there we go.
Mr. Attorney, how about I ask you a question?
Sure, what is it?
Why? I'm just kidding.
You're doubting our testimony again, aren't you?
Huh? Oh, no, I wasn't really. Oh, here we go again.
Let me just tell you one thing. Don't underestimate me just because I'm a girl. I'm the wife of a police officer, so my testimony is totally trustworthy.
Right, I just...
No, I don't want to hear any more excuses from you. I guess I'll just have to keep talking if I want to convince you. Do you mind, me lord?
Do as you please. Add to your testimony if you wish. Not that I could ask you to do otherwise.
The judge was muttering something just now.
Listen up real good. And you better get a clue this time, you stupid Japanese man. Even if I let your rudeness pass, Pat's gonna lock you up.
Yes, ma'am. Speak to your heart's content.
I wonder what she plans to say now.
What?
My eyesight is the best. I'm just not great at directions. That's all.
Is that the only new thing that she said? Hold on.
She's not that great at directions.
Let's press on this one really quick.
Not that.
It's not that I doubt your testimony. It's just...
Stop right there. I saw everything, okay? That mustachio Japanese guy just dropped his books and scampered away like a bad cat.
Right.
And I definitely didn't see what didn't happen at that. There weren't any burning books or nasty knives flying over Briar Road.
Yes, I get it. But didn't you just say that you have a bad sense of direction?
Yeah, I do. It's a bit embarrassing. Pat always gets mad when I'm late for our dates.
Oh.
Wait. Pat! Well, yeah, I'm surprised I didn't see that one. Or, I mean, I heard it, but I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Now, Pat, may I ask you a question? Or may I ask you something?
What up?
Oh, yes, ask away. Did something about your... did something about your wife's testimony strike you as odd? Oh, well, yeah. Now that I think about it, it happened that night too. Huh?
Hmm?
That Rolla got herself lost in the night of the crime? She went to the next beat over to find a police box, but it took her a pretty long time to come back. I thought she would return within 10 minutes. In the end, it took her about 15.
Oh, Pat, quit bullying me. It was all that bouquet's fault, not mine.
The bouquet? Wait, what is this about a bouquet?
It was our anniversary present. My darling Pat gave it to me. He was picking up coins during his patrols for weeks and weeks just so he could afford it.
Well, that's a very romantic story, I guess.
I had totally forgotten about that bouquet until now. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie.
It's fine. But that bouquet is a matter for the two of us to handle in private. We shouldn't talk about it right now, okay?
Huh? Oh, that's disappointing.
Wait, what in the world was that? Pat was clearly very shaken about something. I have a feeling that I'm right.
Yep.
Well, I cannot say I cannot say I know why. But I think we should press Rolla about that bouquet.
Rolla, about that bouquet. Could you tell us a little more about it?
Sure, why not?
Okay, it dropped. Oh, she dropped it.
Aha. Wait a minute. So she changed the statement from bad eyesight to saying I ended up getting lost because of the bouquet I dropped. Let's press on this again as well. You dropped a bouquet of flowers at the crime scene?
Right, I was really out of it at that point. I saw someone fall over. When we rushed over to help, we found a knife sticking out of her. I was so shocked that I dropped my bouquet on the spot. It was too far from the light of the gas lamp, so it was hard to spot.
Now, that's when you ran over to Next Beach police box, right?
Right. I came back to the scene with the police officer in tow. I saw where I had dropped the bouquet on the footpath, but when I went to get it, the corpse was gone.
Oh.
It's already been mentioned many times. The victim is not yet a corpse.
I was really confused until I heard a heroic voice calling from the other side of the road.
Oh my god, it is!
Aha! I suppose that was Pat?
Yep. Yep. In my clumsiness, I came back to the wrong side of the... But this time, it was the bouquet's fault to think that it ended up there.
So the bouquet moved to the opposite side of Briar Road, huh?
A strange story indeed.
And in the end, I forgot to go back and get it. I don't know how much change Pat had to pick up off the street just to buy me that.
When you say bouquet, might it perhaps be this?
That's it! That's the bouquet Pat bought me with the change he picked up off the street!
I think it's best if you don't keep telling everyone that part.
Where did you find this bouquet?
According to an officer's report about the crime scene, it was found at the corner of the footpath in front of John Garandeb's residence. It was in front of Mr. Garandeb's home? Because it was in an area far from the gas lamps, it wasn't found until the next day. The police believed it to be unrelated to the crime, as it was on the other side of the road.
Thank you so much, Mr. Prosecutor. I'll be taking that back now.
For now, I think it would be better for the court to accept this as evidence.
Huh?
A gift from Pat to Rolla. When she saw the victim on the ground, the shock caused Rolla to drop the bouquet. Now, okay, let me just make sure I got this correct, okay? So she dropped the bouquet. She went to where she thought the bouquet was, and then she found out it was on the other side of the street.
Yeah, so I think what happened was, I think you're right. I think it did happen in his district. And then he told her, go find a police box. And he's like, well, since I don't want to do this, I'm going to move her body across the street. And when she came back on the street where it actually happened, he called to her like, Rona, Rolla. And she came over to the other side of the street. She's like, oh, I thought it was over there. He's like, no.
It was over here.
Yes. Because she said when she came back to that street, it was gone. It's like, it was gone because you were on the other side of the street.
Ha. Okay.
I think that may be what happened. Which really will suck, and people lose their faith in the police department.
Yeah.
If that's true.
I just realized something. It's a bouquet, but it's only a single flower?
Yeah. I thought a bouquet was like a mix of flowers.
It is. He's a cheap ass, only got one flower. Let's go ahead and I want to examine the flower and whatnot.
Oh, we can't. Oh, there we go. The rose.
Wow, a British rose. It's more beautiful than I ever imagined.
Huh. So this is a rose? I've never seen one before.
Are you not interested in flowers?
Well, it's not that I'm uninterested, but I only really know 3 different kinds.
You only know 3? And what would those be?
Peach blossoms, plum blossoms, and cherry blossoms.
Oh, yeah.
Your taste seems to be a little too biased.
Oh, can we check the back of it for the hell of it, or is it going to do the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the bottom looks a little bit different about how it's like... It is a different examination point. It sure is some fancy wrapping paper.
But these are just old newspapers, not a hood.
It feels like anything wrapped with stuff from Britain would look fancy.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
What's the matter?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just wondering. Have you ever had roasted sweet potato? Maybe British newspapers could make Japanese treats look like British pastry.
You know, sometimes Sasato really does show her girly side.
Oh my god, they're so cute. I don't see anything else, do you?
No. No, that's all I see. Oh, did you say to slide for Rolla?
Oh, no, sorry.
You're good.
Oh, but the only evidence in our bouquet is the evidence of our love. You better give it back later. I'll scream if you don't.
Yes, ma'am. I won't forget. I love the judge in this game.
He is awesome.
So, I don't blink or look away for even a second. Nothing out of the order. Okay, I dropped. So we pressed on everything, and we got all the information. So I feel like we have to present something.
That's the thing. It's like either we present the book or the flower itself.
But where, though?
That's my problem. Because I do believe my theory is credible right now, but I'm not sure how to reach that from here. Let's see. It wasn't. I wasn't very close to a crime scene, but Pat was watching over it like a hawk. Why do I feel like that's the statement? It's the 4th one. He was watching over everything. But how do we know he didn't change anything?
Right, but what do we present?
Because like, if we do it here, that's just assuming.
Right.
And that's not gonna be good. He ended up getting lost because of the bouquet I dropped. I didn't blink or look away for even a second. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Oh god, like I know what we have to do, but it's like, how do we get there?
The bouquet, a gift from Pat to Rolla. When she saw the victim on the ground, the shock caused Rolla to drop the bouquet. Map's not really updated, so...
What? Gosh,
Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting stuck here. It's like I want to take a chance, but I'm afraid.
What does the evidence say again for the things?
Regarding what?
The bouquet. The bouquet of gift from Pat to Rolla. When she saw the victim on the ground, the shock caused Rolla to drop the bouquet.
Okay, and just so I'm getting this right again. Where was it initially dropped? Next to the flat, right?
Right.
So she dropped it, went to go get somewhere, and the thing is, when she was going back to get the bouquet, where did she end up on the street? Did she end up on the where it initially was, or on the other side? Or I feel like I'm getting this mixed up again.
Was the bouquet? Huh?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was that?
Was the bouquet found underneath the opposite side of the street?
When they're making it sound like it was found next to Sasaki's flat, right?
Right. It was found on the corner of the footpath in front of the John Garadev's residence. Because there was an area far from the gas lamp, it wasn't found until the next day.
Right.
The police believed to be unrelated to the crime, so it was as it was on the other side of the road.
Okay, see, this is what I'm confused about. When they saw the body, did they see it from across the street, or was it right in front of them? That's what I'm trying to determine right now, and that's how we can say, like, yeah, she dropped it on next to the flats, then they were on his beat. And then when she was gone, he moved it away to the other side, so it wouldn't be on his beat.
So, because they're using the excuse of she's bad with directions to make it seem like
Oh,
it was on the other side of the street.
Yes.
Like, oh, silly girl, it was this side, remember?
But with that information, what do we press? You know, like, I mean, next to what do we present in what statements? You know, like, we have the conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what to present and where. This is bothering me. Like, like I want to narrow it down to the second half of the statements. I can see myself presenting the book on the 4th, 5th, or 6th statement. But even the 5th statement, I end up getting lost because of the bouquet I dropped. F it, you know, I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna present I'm presenting the police handbook on the 5th statement, saying she got lost because of the bouquet. Don't do that. That was wrong.
Okay.
It's okay. I got 3 left. It's okay. I hate that. It's like I know what I want, but like, why am I not like getting what I think it is? Ow.
Dang it.
Oh, but my nervous eyes are my most charming feature. Really? Okay, and... Oh, we pressed everything, right?
Yeah, because all this was extra.
I'm gonna speed through a pressing just again, see if anything new pops up.
Location or the victim? Ended up getting lost.
Something new, something new.
What? Where? Where'd you go to?
Press the second statement.
The second statement?
Yep.
Press. Where do we go? What was it?
Just go. Just keep holding onto it, and then boom. You'll get to it.
No. Okay, I get it. Yes. What is it, sir? How did you even know about the window? What? Yesterday I assisted with the investigation, and she goes, uh-huh.
Yeah. Wait.
Didn't we do that already?
Didn't we? Holy crap! Did we?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, the what the hell did it stop me there? Damn
I
it!
mean, we could do it again.
Yeah, well, no, but that's fast forwarding, so it isn't anything new. Oh, okay. Damn, I got my hopes up. Sorry, my fault. Ugh. I just thought that like once that emote happens once, that's it. It doesn't happen again when you press. Okay.
So there's something inside the air pat with.
I'm sure it's an obvious thing too that we're missing, but
Like, I think we're on the right track, but oh my god.
we're just thinking about it differently than what the game wants us to think about it.
Oh, I need to splash water on my face.
Okay, so pressing doesn't do anything anymore. The thing is, I'm getting a strange feeling from this child with his absentee assailant. I feel like we've already seen the solution in some way. The fourth book should never have appeared at the crime scene. At first, I thought the one keeping secrets about it was Mrs. Garadeb. But now I'd say there's someone else who isn't revealing everything they know about it. Yeah, I know that, but come on, how do I get to it? My final weapon must already be within my grasp. Now, all I have to do is present it and drag out the truth. Like, I know that what it is, but how do I get to it?
Just which statement is it? Do we press on?
That-
do we present the book or the bouquet?
Like, part of me wants to say the book because of the beats, but then again, I think it's gonna lead up to it, so it might be the bouquet. Like, I know this is an obvious thing, but... Oh. And anybody who may be watching this either now live or watching as a VOD, this is the stuff that we cut out.
I'm
Well-
surprised you're not going to.
It's live. I mean, what am I gonna do?
I mean, when you bought it.
I mean, that's just more work, and I say screw it all. And it's a long video anyway. I'm gonna keep it all in. But yeah, this is the one I'm unsure about. It's like I know what the conclusion is.
I wasn't very close to the crime scene. Pat was watching over. I ended up getting lost because of the bouquet I dropped. And you presented the book on this.
I presented the book on the fifth statement, yes.
And also remember, the case materials changed too. The location where the victim's collapse was just outside the border of Constable O'Malley's beat.
Or could that be it?
That's what I was thinking. The hawk besides so this one there, Pat wouldn't have missed it. Case.
Man, I think you might
God,
be.
this sucks.
I think you might be right. Why do I feel like it could be the case materials now?
Okay, I'm gonna present the case file with the bouquet line. I don't think it's right, but I'm just gonna do something.
Let's try.
Nope, that wasn't it.
Okay, so it's not the case materials, it's not the book on the bouquet line. So someone tells me, is it not the bouquet line at all? Or do we... We don't present the map, do we? That doesn't make any sense.
No.
Because the map hasn't changed, really. And we wouldn't present the bouquet again on the bouquet line, would we?
Yo, F it, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I saved, so...
I could save Scum, I could.
Nope,
Well-
that wasn't it.
Okay, so it's... So it's not the fifth statement.
Nope.
So now I'm thinking...
Oh!
What?
Okay, hold on, I need to save because I died. Almost died.
Oh.
Well, you know, hold on, wait, how many things do I have? You know, F it. Present the bouquet on the last day.
The last statement?
Read it.
I didn't blink or look away for even a second. Nothing out of the ordinary. Right.
Now read the bouquet. When she saw the victim on the ground, the shot caused Roller to... Okay. She dropped the bouquet, but...
He didn't see it?
Yeah, it's like, what? Do nothing out of the...
I'm going for it.
Okay.
That's right. Good job, Danny.
Okay, I was like, nothing out of the...
Man.
Hold on, it's hot. I gotta take my jacket off.
That one was...
That took forever. I don't know why. It was just, they gave us a lot of information at the same time, kind of, so it was like, which one do we present?
That's the thing, like, we were all, like, I'm talking for you here as well, technically, but I think a lot of these pieces of evidence to us blended together, and it's like, well, wait a minute, well, you could present that to lead to this, or you can present that here to lead to the same thing.
Right.
Like, once again, the main problem, if you want to say, was what did the game want us to do to get to the conclusion that we already are saying.
Right.
Huh. Sorry.
Sorry, that took how long? 20 minutes?
Probably took like 15-20 minutes, yeah.
God.
But hey, that's
did
what happens. Thank you for that help there.
You're welcome. I don't know how many thingies I have left. I think I have one.
Oh boy. Okay. No, when you were watching over the crime scene, there was nothing out of the ordinary? Well, that can't be right.
What do you mean?
Well, Rolla, you said the following in your testimony. When you returned from calling a constable at the nearby police box, you saw where you dropped the flowers, but the victim's body was nowhere to be seen. In reality, the victim's body was fallen on the opposite side of Briar Road. Such a tiny bouquet, and really not even a bouquet at all. I imagine it was simply blown across the road by the wind.
Tiny?
Well, let's say you're correct. If so, why didn't Pat testify as such?
Nobody approached the scene, and nothing was removed from it. That's what Patrolman Pat said, proudly and without hesitation. But that bouquet was mine! It had nothing to do with the stabbing. It's the only reason he didn't say anything about it.
It's not just a bouquet anymore. In this mystery, there's been a very peculiar reversal among the evidence.
Yes.
Reversal? That's right. It was Rola's bouquet and Mr. Garradeb's book. Originally, when the adventure at the Lion's Mane was thrown from the Garradeb's window, it should have been smacked against the awning window and fallen on the west side of the road. But in reality, it was discovered in the victim's grasp on the opposite side of Briar Road. And on the other hand, Rola's bouquet, originally, it must have fallen on the eastern side of Briar Road. But in reality, it was found on the opposite side of Briar Road, near the Garradeb home. This is an absolutely impossible outcome. That is, unless someone picked them up and switched them.
What in the world? What's wrong with you? It's like you're trying to make Pat out to be the bad guy.
She's right. We can't listen to that demon attorney anymore. The book, the bouquet, who cares? It's all trivial little details.
It looks like Mr. Garradeb's wife has come back to life.
Oh, yeah.
No matter how trivial you think it all is, messing with the state of a crime scene is a crime in itself.
It's called tampering with evidence.
And the person who tampered with evidence won't come out and tell us why. It must be because they're trying to hide the reason that they did it.
And we know why.
Tampering. I see you've excited. You're excited to have learned a new word. And just who do you think bothered to play this pointless little trick? On the night of the incident, someone tampered with the evidence. Give me 1 minute, guys. I'm getting a phone call. I don't know who this is.
Oh. I'll entertain the people.
Hi, people. Welcome back.
Q&A. Jeez. Sorry that took so long, but I mean, that's part of the game. It's just weird because we know what happened, but at the same time, we have to go about the way the game wants us to do it. So it's kind of hard. So thank you for bearing with us in that time, and thank you for not being dicks about it. Hey Phoenix, hey Nature. You guys doing okay? You enjoying the stream? Oh my god, it's 2 o'clock? Holy crap, that was quick. Every time Ski says hi to chat, I have to expect some quote from Molly.
Hi, I'd like to go to jail.
It's like my favorite line. The writer kind of tried new things with DGS writing. Yeah, it seems like it. It was just like what after we pressed every statement, it was like new information, evidence, new evidence. Okay, where do we present the new evidence? Like, I feel like now if the bouquet was relevant, I think we should have gotten the Constable Handbook a lot earlier. Because if he's talking about the beat, it's like, okay, then he mentioning the beat, and they were like, hey, wait a minute, isn't that in the handbook or whatever? And then the bouquet, and then you could have pieced it together, and then I think that way the bouquet would have been relevant at that point. It was just, I think it was too much at one time. So I'm scrolling back up. Still waiting on that Twitter file. You didn't DM me your Twitter handle. Like someone said that not dead or case without a Kurt. Hi, I'd like to go to jail. Okay. Oh, welcome back, Shadow. Pressing is too big in this game for my tastes. I'm monitoring the servers and stream. Holy crap. Have you seen fan-made cases, Operation Turnabout Storm? Yes, I have. Turnabout Storm was pretty good. I liked it. I think there was a couple of holes and stuff, but I really liked it. Yeah, I liked the voice acting and the animation. Those were cool. I haven't seen Operation Turnabout, though. Gosh, man, Turnabout Storm was a long time ago. I would like to see more fan cases. I would love to write one myself but it's too much work because I'm not good at writing mystery novels. I like reading them and solving them, but I'm not good at writing them as much as I read them. Like right now I'm reading what is it? I'm reading, where is it? Partners in Crime by Agatha Christie. It's about a wife and husband solving crimes. It's good though. Let's see. How do you like this game so far? It's good. I like all the characters. I like all the lines, and I like the cases. I really do. The cases are really good. It just seems like they take a little longer to get there. But other than that, I mean, I get why they do it, but it just kind of feels like an overload of information. Because it was funny, because that whole argument with Couple, I was like, why is this relevant? Why are we doing a deduction of this? But then you realize, oh, it's actually very important. Have you heard of Elements of Justice? I have not. Story writing is your hobby? Oh, that's cool. I don't think you were a brony. I'm not a brony, I'm just a fan of the show. Takes place after TNT. Oh, okay. You would love Operation Turnabout and Phoenix Wright. It's so good. Oh, okay. I'll check that out. And I like DGS 2. Yes. This game feels easier than the old Ace Attorney games. At least I feel it. Hi, Maxie. Welcome to the... Excuse me. Moxie. Welcome to the stream. Farrah had a phone call. Done. You didn't miss much. We had like a 20-minute brain fart of where to present evidence. It's just took way too long for us because they gave us too much information at one point. Because it's like pressing on everything, then they gave us like 2 pieces of evidence and like, which one do we present? I don't know.
All right, sorry about that, guys.
That's okay.
But yeah, I was kind of listening in what you were saying. I mean,
oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, I do feel like it kind of comes back down to, they did give us a lot of new things to go about it, and like there was kind of roundabout ways we were thinking. So
yeah,
it's okay, you know, like we got it, and it takes us time. I apologize, you know, that it'll take us a little bit longer, but I do also thank you guys for understanding and just hanging in there with us, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, by the way, sorry, Phoenix wants to know if you ever played or seen, just seen, like, fan Ace Attorney trial, like,
yeah.
Turnabout Storm, or have you?
No, not really. I mean, I do get a lot of people asking me about those and asking if I would ever LP them or anything like that, and frankly, I just never really was fond, per se, of covering fan cases, even if they are better than the core games, but I don't know why. And don't get me wrong, it would probably be the best thing for me because it'd probably drive more traffic to my channel because Ace Attorney stuff, you know? I get it, but it just wasn't something I would be super interested in unless I get, like, more people involved, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just how I am.
I got you. Oh, you're welcome, Dragon.
But yeah. Anything else I may have missed before we continue?
I don't think so. Oh, Shadow came back.
Welcome back. Alrighty. Let's get back to this.
Yes.
On the night of the incident, someone tampered with the evidence. All of the evidence and testimony points to the only one person.
Now, the court demands an answer, attorney. Who is this one person that could have possibly tampered with the evidence on Briar Rim? That would be my homeboy Patrick O'Malley.
Boop. That person would have to be Patrick O'Malley! There's not a single other person who could have done it.
What? A constable of London's police force?
Don't be ridiculous. How could you accuse him of that? Pat is a defender of justice. He's a policeman who serves and protects the people of London.
Rolla, when Pat asked you to go to the police box, you left the crime scene. That span of 15 minutes was the only chance for anyone to tamper with the evidence.
No way. You're just spouting nonsense. I mean, that's right. It was that guy with the mustache. He did it.
If that was true, then Pat would have witnessed it.
I'm sorry to say this, but there's more evidence to the contrary. It was only after the defendant ran away that you dropped your bouquet. But...
First, you indict the landlord couple, and now you're brazenly accusing a constable of London. But your accusation is missing one essential element. You claim that he tampered with the crime scene, but you see, only someone who's hoping to hide something would commit such a crime.
Yeah, that's right. We just happened to witness the crime. Why would we have anything to hide?
For what purpose would he have to tamper with the evidence? As long as you can't provide an explanation, your accusation amounts to nothing.
Shut up and let us present this book.
That's what I've been saying for the past half hour.
Right?
Now, Pat must have had some reason to tamper with the evidence. And that reason must be the key to solving this mystery.
Now, hold on. Do you think that you figured it out?
Yes! Figured it out like half hour ago, once again.
An indictment towards a London constable? You best hope you're onto something here. If you're wrong, this could be a lethal blow to your reputation as an attorney. Keep that in mind as you formulate an answer.
Understood. When he tampered with the evidence, Patrolman Pat was trying to hide...
Where the...
where they were stabbed, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Think of where the victim was stabbed. Pat desperately needed to hide the truth of where she was really stabbed. What?
Huh? What do you mean by where she was stabbed? Really stabbed? That doesn't make any sense. We've already known that since the trial started. She was stabbed on the footpath by Briar Road. Pat and I saw it. See? Right here. Everyone agrees with me too.
Well, sure, everyone may have believed it at first. But the truth of the matter is, Viridian Green was not stabbed at this location.
Huh? What?
My word, what kinds of twists and turns will this trial take next? This is exciting. It's like an Ace Attorney game.
Oh! It's like, I can't wait to play it myself. Be in it. Japanese boy, you have further explaining to do. Explain your assertion. Where was the true scene of the stabbing? Well, you know, that'd be over here to the... Well, I hope it doesn't matter exactly where I click on it by Soseki's flat. I'm just moving it directly to the left from where the cursor was.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's fine. Did you do it?
Yep.
Okay, that's so...
You say the crime actually occurred on the opposite side of the crime scene.
What are you implying?
On that night, when the book was thrown from Mr. Garridub's home, it fell straight to the ground. The bouquet of flowers that Rolla dropped didn't move at all. What really moved was the scene of the crime.
What? What in blazes?
It looks like you haven't been listening to the testimony so far. These two fine citizens witnessed the very moment of the crime.
He's right. We totally saw it.
It was 5 o'clock in the evening. The sun had already set and London's famous fog rolled in. When you two witnessed the crime, You actually ran straight toward the western footpath along Briar Road.
No way! That can't be right!
Now, Pat entrusted you with the task of finding a constable, keeping you away from the scene. And in the 15 minutes between you and your return, he moved the crime scene. The victim's body and the fourth book, as shown in this crime scene photo, were both moved to the eastern footpath of Briar Road.
Unbelievable.
But Pat overlooked one minor detail. And look at him. He's not sway. He looks like he's in a doghouse. Like he's like, oh damn. Did you read that for Roa?
Oh shoot, no.
Look.
I don't know why I didn't.
No, you're a kid.
I just pressed.
Overlooked what?
Would you be referring to this bouquet? Yes, that's correct.
Earlier, the prosecution said something about the bouquet. Because the bouquet was far from any lamps, it wasn't discovered until the next morning.
He overlooked it because it was too dark to see then.
Thus, only this bouquet remained. It was the only remnant of the crime scene left on the west side of Briar Road. Those are the defense's thoughts on the matter. Did I hit the mark, Patrick O'Malley? Oh, sorry. Really, really so sorry. Here I am, sleeping at a vital moment. But you see, I haven't slept in a full month.
Pat! He's lying, isn't he? That attorney can't be right. Pat, you always fought so hard for justice.
I was dreaming. I had an awful nightmare. I dreamed that everything I did that evening would be found out in court. But I guess it wasn't just a dream after all.
What? What in blazes? Order, order, order! What? Jesus, what in the world is going on here? This is just...
Pat, why? Why would you do something like that? Isn't tampering with the dead bodies a crime?
She still doesn't know that the victim's not dead, I guess.
Constable, why on earth did you do that? You're supposed to be an upright policeman working for the sake of the citizenry. Why?
I can't tell you why.
What do you mean you can't?
I'm really sorry. This is all my fault. I've sullied Scotland Yard's good name. One possibility does come to mind. On that night, there might have been a good reason that Pat had to move the crime scene. Impossible! How could you know why? A damn man like you knows nothing of the inside of a good London constable's mind.
Say what you may, but our attorney is the one who brought the truth to light.
Ugh.
Bam in your face, son.
Shut your ass. The freaking judge gets ghetto on him, so just shut up.
This court believes that there is worth in asking for his defense.
Sir!
Now, the court requests that you present evidence.
Understood. Whether they be British or Japanese, all people share the same feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I begin to understand. Sorry, I just thought of something really... oh my god. It's a Twitter post I found yesterday. Like, some dude's being racist all hell. Like, I wanted to share it just really quick. And, like, you know, I mean, I shouldn't be... I hope it's not too bad. But it just reminded me of something. Because he said, what, British and Japanese still, you know, they share the same feelings, right? Because they're human. In the end, they're human, right?
Yeah.
So, some racist asshole on Twitter is basically saying that a dog could be born in a barn, but it wouldn't be a horse. So, basically saying that you don't belong in the barn because you're not a horse, right? Even though you're born in that place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some guy retweets it and says, "Oh yeah, okay, you're true. But a brown horse born in a barn full of white horses is still a horse. You're racist cut." And then you said a bad word.
Oh, God.
And, like, that got me rolling, because it's true.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, just because somebody is not... They're supposed to be born someplace else, but they're born in a different country, different from the nationalized whatever. Like, what type of argument is that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
People just dumb.
it just saddens me when I see things like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I just love how the guy murdered him in that retweet, so that's that. And I think I'm beginning to understand Pat's feelings about from that night.
What evidence reveals the motive for Patrolman O'Malley's deceit?
It's my theory about the police book. Maybe you're right. Now, to you Londoners, I'm just an outsider. But because of... just because seal the deal right there.
Mm.
And because of that, it wasn't until today that I learned about the London constabulary.
Constabulary.
Constabulary. Why do I keep saying that word wrong? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Constabulary. It's one of the most noble yet demanding duties in the world.
Sure enough. They patrol the city to maintain order, all the while doing odd jobs to support our citizens. Yes, those young constables are driven by many duties they must undertake daily.
But for Pat, that fateful night was a special time.
Special.
And it's this bouquet which makes the fact very clear.
Oh, that was for our first anniversary.
Ugh. Pat did all he could to prepare a gift for such a special day. And the two of them went out for dinner to celebrate their anniversary. And to get some booty. But then... they came upon the scene at the Briar Road. They witnessed a young woman fall under the gaslight. I don't know who's talking. I'm assuming it's Naruhodo, whatever. They witnessed a young woman falling under the gas lamps in a thin fog. What do you think was going through Pat's head at this moment? I just want that one single day to be a peaceful so that we can celebrate our anniversary. I've always leaving her alone because work is so busy, my poor beloved Roller. This is the police handbook that Pat presented. There's a manual inside called Things to Know as a Constable. It reads, if a constable discovers an incident in his beat, he must assist in the initial investigation. What?
Oh.
No, hold on. Is that what it says exactly? I thought it said if he found it in his beat.
He's in charge of the investigation.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look at it.
The wordings, I think, is a little bit weird here. Because it's saying if an incident occurs on his beat, he must lead the investigation. But if he discovers an incident, period, he assists.
Oh.
I'm just saying, I think the game... Did it miss something there? Or am I thinking too much into it?
I thought he would have to lead it, because that section's on his beat, right?
Yes. Sorry, this...
Oh, Shabrice is not in here, is he?
No, I think it might have been in here earlier, but it might just be a slight overlook in the translation. I don't know.
Okay. Well, this is fine. Either way, we got it.
Okay, yep. That's a judge. Ah.
Oh,
I said that line, Naruto.
that's why you moved to the crime scene?
Wait, did I?
What?
No,
you
I didn't. No, sorry, I didn't. Wait, this is why, isn't it, Pat? This is why you moved the crime scene. Well, you've seen right through me. So that's the problem. The investigation was in his beat.
Oh!
That's right. At first, Pat was supposed to lead the investigation as the beat's constable.
I see. Then Patrolman O'Malley, did you?
At the time, for the first time after I got my dream job as a constable, I started to pray. Roller, stay close to me. The criminal might still be on the scene. When I ran to the crime scene, I was acting not as a husband, but as a policeman. We have to hurry up and notify the police. And then I realized the significance of where the victim collapsed. If a constable discovers an incident in his beat, he must assist in the initial investigation. Why does this have to happen here? Today, of all days! Why? Tonight was the one day I needed peace. There has to be a policeman guarding the crime scene at all times. So I told Roller to go to the police box and bring the officers over. And then, when I opened my mouth to speak, I shouted words that even I'm disgusted by. The road is part of the next beat over, Roller. Go to that beat's police box. Take a right on Mersham Road.
Bob, don't.
You're not gonna do it to me, Gabe. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Pat.
I just wanted to enjoy a nice dinner with Roller. No matter the cost.
Oh, Pat.
That was the one day that I needed peace. If the incident had occurred in your beat, you wouldn't have been able to celebrate. Thus, you chose to move the crime scene to the beat on the eastern side of Briar Road. To be honest, at the time, I thought the victim was dead.
Really?
Of course he did, because I know that my Pat wouldn't leave a stab victim on the cold, hot ground.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yes, I suppose you're right.
But either way, God is punishing me for my actions now. I can't believe it. Out of everything at the crime scene, the one thing I forgot was the bouquet I bought for her.
No, Pat. That was my fault. I was the one who dropped the bouquet out of sight. Sorry, Pat.
I have one more question, Pat. How many books did you move to the opposite side of the road? I think it was 4.
As you recall, Soseki dropped 3 books. The remaining 1 book was dropped from Mr. Garrideb's room. That would account for all 4 books.
But why did you leave this book in the victim's hand? The other 3 books are scattered around the crime scene. Huh? Well, that's just how I found it. Explain what you mean by that. When we ran over to the crime scene, the victim was holding on to this book. So
She picked it up.
So when I moved her, I just left her the same as I found her, holding the book. So just to confirm, the victim was holding the Adventure of the Lion's Mane? Yes, I'm absolutely certain. I wonder what this means.
Come on.
At the time, I thought that this would be an open and shut case. There were only 2 people at the crime scene. Even Roller saw that. No matter how much I thought about it, it must have been the guy that ran away. I figured that even if I changed the location of the crime scene, it was only a trivial matter. Wow, this is really it for me, huh? Thank God I don't have face cam on right now.
Are you crying?
No.
Yes. Oh. That is so sad.
Ah, my lord.
What is it, Lord Van Zeeks?
This cross-examination is over. Constable, you may step down now. Sir!
Mr. Prosecutor? What's going to happen to my pet?
You're free to go home for today. Expect contact from the yard.
Please forgive him for what he's done. It's not Pat's fault. I'm always complaining to him because he's never at home.
It's okay, Roller.
Don't you dare.
I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. Oh, it's just the idea of everything.
Yeah, it's just like they work him too damn hard.
He just wanted to be with his girl, damn it!
On the anniversary, like, come on.
And I'm not trying to be disgusting or lewd or anything, but just damn it, man. He wanted to be with his wife. And see what happens from there. It's okay, Rolla. Let's go home.
Okay.
Patrolman O'Malley. Sir! I hope this incident has helped you realize that when it comes to a crime investigation, there's no such thing as a trifling matter. Yes, sir. You did well to bear that truth in mind for a long time to come. After all, you don't want to repeat the same mistake at any other crime scene. Repeat! Then... Hurry and step down. You're delaying the trial.
Oh, so he's keeping his job.
Sir!
He may get, like, suspended, and that'll be, like, his vacation.
Right.
And he gets spend time with his wife. Oh.
I'm telling you, Van Zeeks is becoming one of my favorite prosecutors.
He's really, like, I don't hate him. I hate some of the stuff he does because it's annoying, but I don't hate him because he seems like he's in search of the truth. But there's more to his story than what we think.
Right.
I just hope something really isn't true that I'm thinking about him.
We'll see.
An astonishing truth has been made clear in our court today. The crime scene was tampered with by a third party.
However, one truth remains unchanged. The only person who could have committed the crime is still Soseki Natsumi. Don't you think the word only is a little misleading? Now that the location of the crime scene has changed, There should be one more person who could have possibly stabbed the victim.
If I may, perhaps you've already realized. Oh,
Lord Van Six, is this true? Ow.
Very well. Present his or her name. Wow. Whore name? Okay then. Present his or her name then. If there happens to be any merit in your indictment, the prosecution will consent to continuing these proceedings.
Who is the other person that could have committed this crime? And I'm sorry to say, I'm scared of. God, I hate that. I hate this. I hate this whole case. Not really. I don't hate it. It's just it sucks.
It's weird for me. It's like I feel like it's still a really good case. I don't know how to put this. You know, F it. I'll think about my wording later. The defense is ready to call this witness once again.
Once again?
Just as my legal assistant proposed earlier, there's only one witness that can bring the truth to light. We need to hear Juror 4's testimony. Come to the stand, Joan Garrideb.
What?
As I recall, your request was already overruled. But we have new information now. The situation is entirely different. Mrs. Garrideb, may I have a moment?
What do you want?
When the crime was committed, you and your husband were fighting. During your fight, a fire broke out in your home. Mr. Garrideb opened the window facing Briar Rose so that the smoke could escape.
And what of it?
You threw this book at your husband and who you had cornered at the window. The book then hit the awning window and fell straight to the ground. Then, as we established, the place it fell was exactly where the crime really took place.
And again, what of it?
You said that you were blinded by rage during the fight, yes? And you didn't just throw books. You threw anything you could get your hands on. I want you to confirm this for me one more time. This knife is the one I found in the victim's back. Is the one found, period. Are you absolutely sure that you don't recognize it?
No. Yes, I'm sure.
Huh?
How am I supposed to remember what I threw at him? And anyway, didn't that prosecutor say that jurors shouldn't have to testify?
Well...
Keep dropping my book, sorry.
You're good. I remember saying nothing of the sort, Juror 4.
Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, do not misunderstand. You are not above the law. If you remember this knife, then you would do well to tell us the truth.
Oh,
That's
but
it.
you can... Sorry, I'm like so enraptured by everything. Oh yeah, we're playing. But you can get a knife like that just about anywhere. We have so many of those at home, if one or two went missing, we wouldn't even notice. What?
For real?
My word. You just confess... Okay. Furthermore, the thought I might have hurt someone, I just can't handle the idea. It's too much.
Joan.
All right, go ahead. Hurry up and show me your decisive evidence. I want you to show me, conclusively, whether that knife was really one of the things I threw.
Can you do it, Naruhodo?
If I had that kind of evidence, I'd have thrown it at her ages ago. In that case, it's time for you to come to the witness stand, Juror 4.
What?
The prosecution agrees that this juror must be cross-examined.
Oh, crap.
Prosecutor Van Zeeks!
It better not be a trap. Me? Testify? Juror 4, you have witnessed the entirety of today's case from the seat of your jury. You have seen the miraculous moment where, from our witnesses' testimony, a truth was gleaned that even the witnesses themselves were not aware of. Oh. Thus, it is paramount that you testify to the best of your ability. Once you do, I'm sure that this court will be able to find the truth. Prosecution, defense, are you in agreement?
Do you need to pick that up?
Yeah.
Okay, take your time. There we go. Guys, give us a moment. Let me just check up with chat with you really quick. Oh, you okay? Wait. All right. Sorry, I had you muted from the stream as well, just in case. Everything's all right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your warranty in your car. We've been trying to reach him. Like, get out of here.
Oh yeah, I get those calls. I'm like, bitch, what? The car that's totaled in the backyard?
Golly, it's annoying.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm right.
No, you're good. You are correct. Huh? Well, the defense agrees.
He is so surprised. Like, what the fuck?
What is this feeling?
So sudden and new. The moment I laid eyes on you, my face is rushing.
Wait, what's that from?
Wicked, the musical.
Always wanted to see it.
What?
I never saw it.
It's really good. Really good music.
It seemed like it is. Anytime I saw commercials for it when I was younger, I'm like, this sounds pretty cool. For the very first time since we arrived in this country. Also, I'm not gonna lie, the girl who played the Wicked Witch seemed like she was pretty hot.
That's Indina Menzel.
Well, there you go. That explains it. I knew that back when I was a child. Oh man, the game's going pretty slow here. I apologize, guys. I finally feel like a real attorney fighting in the courtroom.
Okay.
Wow.
I think... Huh?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I feel like we're gonna end after probably this testimony. Do you want to take a break?
I mean, technically, I'm still kind of good to go but...
Okay.
If
I
you...
need to go potty.
No, take your time. I'll
okay.
talk with everybody here.
Okay, I will be back in a minute.
Alright. Now, frankly, I am surprised that that was not a to be continued part. We've been going about this for about like 2 hours or so. I would have expected it, but then again, it is what it is. So once again, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day so far. The music really makes you think that. Exactly. I just thought like everything. It went to a black screen. It looked like a very pivotal moment. I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. So... No, I understand that, Blood Coffee. I mean, but I'm saying that we've been playing for about a little over 2 hours. So... that's why I would have expected, you know? It seems on par. Can you say we were just a band in Pat's voice? Oh, because you guys assumed I was like doing a Beatles impression or whatever the hell I was doing. We were just a band, you know? I'll probably jack that up. Nah, well, so that's your opinion, Blood Coffee. If you say that was an hour, I mean, I would say like with all the other things we were stuck at, I'd say at most like maybe an hour and a half or so. I still feel like either way, it was a good time for it to be continued. Once again, that's me. That's that. Yeah, it's Paul McCartney, yep. Showing this random thing. Oh, man. It just makes me wonder, like, where this is all gonna go still, because we gotta remember, we still gotta learn more about the other two people that work in, who live in the flat as well, or like the building. Have not even seen them at all since they appeared, so that means that this case, there's a lot more to it, even though I just feel like I'm worried it might drag.
I don't think so. I think maybe that they're characters for the final.
Or you know what? Yeah, you could be right. Maybe they have no relation to this case, but we'll have to wait and see. And welcome back, by the way.
Thank you. I got water and some cracker.
Nice.
All right.
Hold on really quick.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just gonna back with somebody really quick.
Oh, okay. Sorry guys, I mean some crackers.
You're good.
Okay, let's see. Just crackers, no cheese, blasphemy. Well, I had, before the stream I had, Ritz crackers with ham and cheese. I made my own little Lunchable set. It was cool.
Yeah, I remember, yep.
Yeah. The only thing missing is a Capri Sun.
I don't know why I never really liked those growing up.
What?
Maybe it was the wrong flavor of Capri Sun I was having. One of them wasn't that great.
What are you talking about? They're all great.
No, there was one of them I didn't really enjoy.
How dare you?
I don't know which one it was, though. Oh, well.
I really want Oreos and milk right now.
Yeah, for God's sake, why the hell was I also thinking Oreos?
I don't know, but... Frick!
Damn it, now I want Oreos! And Chipotle. Alright, well... let's get going with this.
Okay.
Witness, your name and occupation.
Damn it. Yes, my name is Joan Garrideb, yes. Sorry, I put a crack in my mouth when you said we could start over.
Yeah, I figured, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. My occupation, at the moment, I suppose I'm a juror?
It looks like even she's confused about whether she's a housemaid or a wife. Or a housewife or a maid, dear God.
Henceforth, the court accepts your testimony. Is that acceptable? Yes, me lord.
On the evening of the crime, something transpired in the Garrideb home. You should tell us the entire truth. Do not try to withhold even a single detail.
Aw. Oh, what if it's Mr. Garrideb?
That's what I'm thinking. Let's do that voice. What's the matter, Joe? There's nothing to be scared of now. Oh, buddy.
The clouded Kokoro. It's just this whole case has to deal with love.
I love.
Oh! I love. Oh, is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get confused between Joan and John, but it's a picture of John, but it says Joan, and she's talking to him.
Wait.
What?
What was your last line you just said?
It was a mystery, and then it's on to John now, but it's Joan saying, "Dear, you were here all."
Dear, oh, sorry, I missed that.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Dear, you were here all along.
Well, I was with her at the time of the crime. Thus, I'm ready to testify alongside you, Joan.
But dear, what about your leg?
Oh, please, I'm fine. I can't let you suffer up here alone now, can I?
Oh, dear. I presume you must be Mr. John Garrett then.
Sir, 4th Northumberland, wow, man. Facilia's Battalion, Captain of the 3rd Platoon. Those are words I can't say. I've survived countless battles. Now that I've retired, I've lived a quiet life here in London. It seems you were subjected to your wife's concentrated barrage in your very own home. Well, I suppose you could see it that way.
Oh, he's wearing the medal.
Yes, he is.
Aww. A juror standing as a witness. The first time since the founding of our British court. It's an absolute unprecedented situation. However, as today's final witnesses, you two are ordered to give your testify regarding what happened in your home as the crime took place.
Sir, loud and clear, my lord. Now, so wait a minute. So, did they replace her with another juror, or is it now just based on 5 jurors' votes?
Oh. Huh.
I guess we'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
The War of the Garradeb Home. Oh, I forget the reason, but my wife and I started fighting.
You know damn well what that reason is, Don.
Your ass trying to hide it. Man, we know what you hiding. We know what you fighting about.
Bruh.
Our counterstand fell over, lighting the carpet on fire. I put out the fire, ran to open a window.
Meanwhile, I took aim and threw everything I could at this poor man.
There are plenty of knives in our room, so we wouldn't notice if one went missing. If the weapon was one of our knives, I want you to prove it with evidence.
We didn't start the fire.
Yeah, I was singing on The Office during that.
Well, there's also a song.
Well, yeah, that's why. That's right. Oh my god, I'm dumb. Okay. I'm taking a look at the knife
evidence?
again. Well, yeah.
Well, we know it's missing its tip.
That's the big thing about it. Yes. But it makes you wonder: was the tip missing
Already,
or? I mean, because it would be weird that. At least I personally find it weird. Say it wasn't missing before it stabbed into Viridian, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
How would it break off in her body when you're pulling it out? Unless you're like twisting or something. That doesn't sound right at all.
No, I think it's probably already broken. I think that's going to be a mention of it.
I think that'll be a big thing, yes, about like how it could have possibly been broken. Oh! I already know.
What? Oh, it broke when it hit the window?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Well, listen, please, nobody confirm or deny, but that seems like the logical conclusion. Anyway.
It appears that your home really was the bloody battle.
On the contrary, it appears to have been more of a one-sided assault. I'm forced to admit that my platoon was at a perilous disadvantage.
Sorry.
I just make some words up. It's fine. If our Armistice. Oh, wait, Armistice. Yeah, that's
you're right.
that's yeah, okay.
Armistice.
No, that's not. It's not Armistice, is it? No. Is it?
Armistice?
I thought it was Armistice. Cause it's like I thought it was like armory or like artillery or something like that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, whatever. We have been delayed by even a minute. We've been engulfed in flames. But really, if this old man was pressed to say, it's the brief moments like those that toe the line between life and death on the battlefield. I've never heard of a married couple's argument described like that.
However, with just this testimony, it would be difficult to produce evidence of a weapon.
They say that in battle, man finds himself lost in a fog of war. He loses sight of all else. Perhaps there's little point in demanding any further testimony from these two. I'm getting the same feeling.
If that's what you believe, then the two of us will have to reach the final truth cross-examination.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, you're right. It's gonna take us like 5 more hours.
Wait, how long have we been streaming?
2.5, a little bit more.
Holy crap. Now, defense, begin your cross-examination. Fade to black.
Okay. Alright, anything stand out to you, per se?
Well, the last statement, he's like, produce evidence. I'm like, do we have evidence? I mean, there's some...
I think my conclusion is correct.
Yeah.
But it's more so coming up with that, you know?
Right. I want you to prove it with evidence. So we have to, obviously, we're gonna present on this part, but
Like,
she hasn't, huh?
Like, part of me, like, if I was in control of this, like, without following the game's logic and flow and workflow or whatever, I would present the knife right here. I'm like, yeah, it's because you guys threw it and it broke off the tip. But then again, he's still, I guess it's like, is that concrete proof? I don't know. But anyway. Let's see again.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna press on, there are plenty of knives in our room so he wouldn't notice it.
Yeah, let's do that.
No, to shoot. Press on the statement, don't move. God.
Well, how could you not notice? Yeah, really, I mean it. Carving pipes and making fishing gear are my main hobbies.
I also make wooden decorations and dabble in leather.
So even if we lost a knife, we'd have plenty more of the same kind.
We always buy knives in bulk when the 20-in-1 sale comes around at the market. In fact, we've even eaten our food with a knife in each hand.
I think you might be exaggerating a bit. Oh! You're so agitated that their testimony is starting to make no sense.
Maybe they're in denial. They really don't want to believe that it was their own knife that hurt the victim.
Now, I understand how they might feel, but... Very well. Witnesses, continue your testimony.
I mean...
Yes, sir. Why do I feel this might be another pressing, all press stuff?
Yeah, I was thinking. You want to start at the beginning?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, press.
I believe you told us the reason yesterday.
Yes, if I recall correctly, it all started with a letter wedged inside a book.
That's it. It apparently contained a passionate message addressed to Mr. Garadeb. And that secret of his was discovered by his wife.
As a result, he became victim to many repeated slaps to the face.
Terrifying, for sure.
A hell of his own making. I was trying to act like I forgot, but you just had to tell everyone.
That's funny.
And some of what you said wasn't even right.
Is that so?
I think the reason for their fight goes deeper than we ever will know.
So what happened after this violent barrage of slapping?
Press. Well, the fire also spread to the furniture, right? It most certainly caught onto my things for whatever reason. That includes my bookshelf and chair. Conveniently, we had water for bathing at the time, so we used that to extinguish the blaze.
Sounds like a difficult situation.
Our house is on the 3rd floor, and the city water lines still haven't been connected there. During the afternoon, we have to go to the water trough to get water.
We always tell our tenants that they can't use water during the evening. But apparently that mustachioed Japanese man was buying water for himself.
You mean the defendant, Soseki?
He says he gets some kind of exchange student allowance from his home. It must be nice to be able to enjoy black tea in the evening.
I'm not sure nice is the word I would use to describe his situation.
I was under the impression that he used his whole allowance on books.
In any case, I threw water all over the burning room.
Fish?
You did this even while your carpet and furniture were on fire?
To be honest, at the time, I was more concerned with throwing and killing.
Just so you know, the philosophy behind this class is totally different.
It's like she can read my mind. Well, try to remember something for me. Was a knife among the things you threw?
I honestly don't remember. I'm not that much of a monster. Bread, cabbage, garlic, towel, sponges, napkins.
Oh.
But you made me.
Choto! Excuse me, Mr. Garadeb. Mr. Garadeb! Oh, what do you want? Was there something that caught your attention about your wife's testimony just now? Well, if you must know, my memory does differ from hers just a tad. She mainly threw hard, heavy objects, books, fire irons, bricks, and so— Bricks! Woman!
Bricks!
I mean— okay. What? Not only that, she had impeccable aim. Joan! We're in a courtroom!
Oh, goodness me, I'm so sorry, dear.
She's still doing this?
But you see, there's no possible way I could have thrown heavy like that.
Well, if you take a look at this, you'll get the idea.
What happened to your pipe?
What? I didn't even notice that. At the time, I was holding my pipe like so. When I was subjected to that horrifying barrage, it flew out of my hand.
It broke.
I accidentally stepped on it while I was trying to pick it up, and it split right in two. The pipe just broke in half? That was it. Some hard object hit my pipe, knocking it out of my hand.
Yeah.
I patched it up with some tape as a quick fix.
Honestly, dear, you really like to make such a fuss out of the little life.
I wonder if Mr. Garadeb's testimony just now was important at all.
Oh, it is important. What if when she threw the knife, that's what it hit? His pipe?
Well, it
And
could
then
be.
What if the tip was in it?
What, in the pipe?
Maybe. Oh no, because he would have known.
Maybe, we'll see. But I do think it is important, yes. The defense believes that there is a profound meaning in that last statement. There's only one bit of knowledge to glean from the retired soldier's statement.
That wine, man.
Defying your furious wife only results in a broken heart and a broken pipe. And I'm
Oh,
not
shit.
talking about your schlong either. Maybe, if things got really bad.
God.
Happy National Horny Day, everybody.
Oh my god.
That's all there is to it. You will find no other meaning, profound or otherwise.
Indeed, any husband will already
I'm not too sure about that.
Will you allow us to take a look at that broken pipe?
Of course, I don't mind.
There you go again. You're always going out of your way to please Yago. Very well. The court shall accept this as evidence.
His pipe appears to have fallen on a floor and broken during an argument with his wife. Now he says he stepped on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's take a look at this right now.
Should we examine the bandage?
Yeah, I found something else too. Yeah, let's examine the bandage.
Son of a bitch, I knew it.
What, did you see something else too?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, the bandage first.
With the way this tape looks bandaged, I can't help but feel bad for the poor pipe. Did you notice that Mr. Gyarados' pipe and robe are the same color? It almost feels like ominous. I wonder if he's trying to hint at something here.
He still uses it even after it broke in half. It must be something very important to him, filled with memory.
Or maybe he just can't afford a new one.
Son of a... I knew it!
You're taking a look at that chipped piece in the pipe, yeah?
Oh, yes! Knew it!
Well, there's a bit of a pipe missing here. It seems to have been damaged recently at that.
Oh, no, I didn't click that.
I clicked like... Do you see like the piece that's broken off from the top of the pipe?
Yeah, but I clicked the... I guess my cursor wasn't on it correctly. It went inside.
That's okay.
You can just read it.
Oh, at closer inspection, it actually has little grazes everywhere. It must be well used. You know, if you think about it, maybe something's only well used once it's been scratched a lot over a long time. But as for this missing piece, the fact that the wound is so new is starting to make me wonder. I'd recommend that you actually click it for yourself too, just in case I trigger something.
Okay, well, I'm stuck on the dialogue for the piece.
Oh, holy crap, there is something inside!
That's what I was talking about!
I thought you were talking about just the, like the inner portion of the pipe. I didn't think there was actually something in there. Wow.
No,
I completely didn't even see that, because the way I had it angled.
Oi.
Huh? I think I just saw something reflecting in light. I think I just saw something reflecting light inside the pipe.
Yes, I saw it too. It looks to be something stuck inside the bowl of pipe.
I'll turn it upside down and shake it out. Oh, what is this?
It's a metal fragment. If I had to guess, it probably broke off some kind of blade.
A blade, huh? Is this what I think it is? It's a piece of metal fragment. It's a piece of metal that appears to be broken from a blade of some kind, found in his pipe.
I knew it!
Okay.
Gosh!
Anything else for the pipe?
Nope, that's it.
Let's take a look at the metal fragment.
Oh yeah.
I really don't think besides there's anything besides just examining it and that's it, but still.
Okay.
This is the fragment that we found inside Mr. Gyarados' pipe.
It's likely the tip of some kind of blade.
You know, if it's the tip of a blade...
Have you thought of something?
Well, it's just... There's something about this that I just can't get my mind off.
Do you think it might be you might be onto something? It might be best to look at it with the other evidence you have in mind.
I do. Now, here's some... Wait, we examined the knife already. Does it say that the tip was broken off? All it says is it was a stab in the victim's back. So let's do this. Let's examine the knife again and examine the tip of it now.
Okay.
Because that might have triggered something.
Oh, Naruhodo, take a look at the tip of this knife. It appears to have been chipped slightly.
The tip has been chipped. I think I might have an idea where it could have gone. It's probably this.
Oh my! That's the fragment we found inside Mr. Gyarados' pipe.
Now, if this is what I think it is,
Ah! They fit together perfectly!
I knew it. So that's where this came from.
Okay, so it doesn't.
Nothing got presented per se, but I'm gonna examine that again just to see if anything happens. Who would have guessed? The fragment from Mr. Gyarados' pipe fit perfectly into the murder weapon.
Sorry, I'm doing it again. What the heck?
You're good.
Wait, what did you click?
The tip again of the knife.
Oh. It keeps unfolding. Or folding back in. Oh, there we go. Who would have guessed?
I couldn't possibly fathom how such a thing could happen. I suppose miracles like this really do happen sometimes, don't they?
Yeah, I don't think you could call it anything but a miracle.
Okay. Well.
So, here's what I'm thinking. Do we just present the metal fragment at the end of the last statement?
I guess.
I mean, I don't like that the game did not change any statements regarding how they fit together, but we know, you know?
Right.
So, let's see.
I hope you don't mind my... Huh?
No, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, I hope you don't mind my sudden intrusion. It seemed a shame for your claim to result in nothing but a denial.
Oh, no, I really appreciate it. I should take a look at the evidence, since she went out of the way to get it for me.
Now, witnesses, you may continue your testimony. Tell us more about those knives in your room.
Alrighty, so...
So?
If the weapon was one of our knives, I want your proof of the evidence.
Now do you present his... Wait, what do we present? His pipe or the fragment?
Oh, shoot, we could... Oh, no.
Because the metal fragment... We haven't talked about the knife yet, so I don't think we should present the fragment yet, but pipe.
And also because of the pipe's summary, it does say that a small piece of metal was stuck in the chamber.
Right.
So I feel because based on that, that might be right. Well, how many more? How many do you have?
I have 2 left.
I have 3. Let me try it.
Okay.
It's not right. Don't do. It's not the pipe. I think it was supposed to be the metal fragment.
Really?
And see, this is what I kind of don't like sometimes. It's like we know what it should be, but the game's like, no, it has to be this.
Okay, then I'll present the fragment. Yeah, the fragment.
It's okay.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. Because I do agree with you, like, because like the summary did say the fragment was in there, but I guess at the same time it didn't say what the fragment was. But even then, it's okay. Oh, sorry, I just saw something in chat. Like, yeah.
Justin.
Because I mean, there are times I got comments like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like, calm your tits. Mr. Gyarados, can I get you to take a look at this? I can't really see it. Huh? You know, back in the platoon, they called me Hawkeye John. Well, that was a long time ago. Nowadays, just even when I'm reading my favorite book by the fireplace, I tend to do things like mistake the letters B, D, P, and Q.
My word, maybe you should try putting yourself in this.
That does make it sound like you have some sort of eye problem, though. Just what is this? Some sort of tiny metallic shard? It might just be the tip of a broken blade. It may be tiny, but it's absolutely an important piece of evidence. That's what she said. How very intriguing. Where did you happen to pick this up? It was stuck inside Mr. Gyarados' pipe. My pipe? My brand. Special eyes.
Oh my god.
What in the world did that get in there? So you've been sucking out that the whole entire time, didn't notice?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, what's the point of presenting this tiny little shard? You can't possibly be saying that it's related to the case at hand.
Indeed, I am.
Okay.
What? If we consider this shard alongside another piece of evidence, I think the truth about the stabbing will become very clear once and for all.
She's on a box!
Oh my god, yes she is. That's amazing. But she's so tiny compared to him as it is.
I know! Oh my god. I can see that our attorney is becoming very confident in his answer. Now then, defense, I order you to present your evidence. What evidence combined with this tiny shard will reveal the truth of this case?
The knife!
The knife.
It's like, at first I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? This is the knife that was found in the victim's back. If you look at it carefully, you'll see that the tip of the blade is chipped just slightly. Just a tip.
Swear to God, I knew you were gonna do it.
There are entire hordes of thieves roaming the London city centre with shardy knives. A knife as cheap as this one would break as soon as it struck bone.
If that's true, then the tip of this knife
Would likely still be stuck inside the victim's body, yes. But we don't know that it struck bone. I mean, have you seen Viridian? She portly. I don't think it hit bone. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No, wait
I
a
mean, is this the truth? If you stabbed... Okay,
I mean, it's fleshy. I mean, maybe it hit bone, but we don't know. That's the thing. We don't know anything about Viridian just yet.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, however, this is not the case. Huh? The broken tip of this knife was this metal shard all along. It was in Mr. Gyarados' pipe.
Ah! Oh, sorry, that was him.
Oh, did you see Van Zieks?
What? No, I missed it.
Like he held onto his heart. He's like, oh.
Oh my god, dramatic. But what is the matter, Lord Van Zieks?
There it is right there. He's like, oh.
Oh, so he looks like Dracula now. That put.
He like it's like Alucard, but like also like Dracula from Symphony of the Night.
Yes.
I still gotta see the Netflix series.
It's really good.
I didn't realize how much they cussed in that show.
Oh, it was a lot. It's
Like,
great.
Yeah, just excuse my language, but I'm like there was like a scene where they're like laughing at each other. It's like, oh, fuck you, and it's like, oh damn. Like, it caught me off guard. I'm like, damn.
It's a really good, really well animated powerhouse anime.
I don't know.
I think so.
This is absolutely absurd.
My heart.
All I'm thinking about is Stanford and Son.
Oh yeah. Oh, you give me a heart attack.
It's like, oh, I can't do his voice. I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'm coming. That sounds so bad.
Lena!
What? I didn't mean it like that.
Happy National Horny Day, everybody.
Now you're making it a lot worse.
Am I?
Anyway, the knife with the broken tip and the shard, they fit together perfectly.
What? What in blazes? Order! 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 Is this some sort of Japanese black magic? Oh my god, no, it's called a puzzle.
That was some stupid ass shit right there, Judge. I mean, seriously? Black magic? Like, they fit together! It's magic! No, you dumbass, it's a puzzle!
Oh my god.
What the hell would he do about one, like, those, you know, those, like, those shape puzzles, like, for toddlers? Is that black magic? The square thing fits in the square hole! It's black magic! It's like, dude, no.
You alright, Mina? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. That's so stupid. Stupid stuff. Wow. Okay. It's no black magic, I'm afraid.
You idiot.
On the contrary, one might call it a miracle.
I think there's someone going in the music,
Hold on. I want to listen now.
but it's.
I think it just might be the very high-pitched tone of the violin sometimes, in the crescendo. Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's a violin string.
Okay, maybe. Well, we are. The thing is, well, yeah. We're also on different. Like, it may not be the same spot.
Oh, that too, yeah.
I know it's the violin. You're right. Okay, sorry. A miracle.
It looks like even Prosecutor Van Zieks has realized the truth.
Attorney, explain the meaning of this immediately.
Yes, sir. Well, the gist of it, what I'm trying to say is, probably the exact time that the shard got lodged in a pipe, I guess.
That was made clear during the Gyarados testimony.
Well, at the time, I was holding my pipe like so. When I was subjected to that horrifying barrage, it flew out of my hand. Some hard object hit my pipe, knocking it out of my hand.
Oh.
Look at that jiggle. This can't be. The fight between the Gyarados couple happened at the exact same time as the crime. In her rage, Mrs. Gyarados threw a knife at her husband. Then, when the knife collided with Mr. Gyarados' pipe, it sent it flying. The knife's tip broke off.
Ah!
And then the shard that broke off the... You're good. The shard that broke off the knife lodged itself inside of the flying pipe. Oh! It's like... It really is some sort of miracle. You know, hold on really quick.
Huh.
Why am I getting like a very, very, very weird sense of deja vu now?
What?
Like, what the hell? No, this is actually kind of freaky. I've seen this.
What?
I've seen this exact scene.
From where?
I don't know, but that's what's freaking me out. But it just clicked in my brain right now. Like this exact moment of them trembling like that regarding a knife, or regarding a pipe and a knife. Where the hell did I see it?
Like in the previous stream?
Like, no, like not even the stream, but like somewhere.
Like
no, not here, but did I watch somebody do this on accident?
Oh, real life deja vu.
No, yeah, real life deja vu. Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, did I accidentally see something like this? I'm sorry. It was kind of freaky though. At the same time, I don't know about you, but I'm also getting I'm getting certain recollections also to a case that I despise in the Ace Attorney series.
Which one?
Big Top.
Oh, yes.
Because
Yes.
I think with how everything is gonna happen, I think the same BS is about to happen right now.
Gotcha.
We'll see, though. Anyway, you know, that's the only conceivable way that the shard could have ended up inside the pipe. Then the knife, now without its tip, flew through the open window. Thus, this broken weapon descended from the Gyarados home and stabbed the victim in the back.
No. No way! No way!
It would, I don't know, to me it would be a perfect storm if something like that happened, though.
Yeah.
It has to, like, think of the physics of that. It has to hit the pipe, then bounce off the window pane to land straight down into the victim's back.
Mm.
Like, that's why I'm still very uniffy about it. Uniffy, but iffy about words. But that's why I'm getting vibes from that stupid-ass case. And, oh, wait, hold on a minute. I think my game came in. I think.
Oh my god.
Let me just confirm. I'll be right back. Please entertain the folks.
Oh god. Okay, it's back with Q&A with Skinny Mini, ladies and gentlemen. Hi. Welcome. How are you doing? You enjoying the stream? Hi, Pixel. I did nothing wrong, Skinny. No, but I mean, I don't want to spoil anything of that game. But no, he did do stuff wrong. He did. Because he was... God, I don't want to spoil... No, I can't. But yes, he did. Turnabout recipe can burn in a fire. I would say if Nadahodo is right, it's still more likely than what happened. Hey Skinny, which game is your favorite so far? Out of the Ace Attorney series? Gosh, I don't know. I like the first one because that's the one that got me hooked. I don't know. I really did like Spirit of Justice. I thought it was... I'm gonna open and throw it out right away. What are your thoughts about DGS so far? I really like it. It's good. It's just a lot of information they throw at you. Which is fine. It's needed, but I feel like it's like at the wrong time or it drags on a bit. I don't know. SOJ, because it's my favorite because it led me here. Aw. I mean, it's Investigations 2 and TGS, despite some pacing issues in this duology. Oh, Investigations 2 was great. Which TGS character is your favorite so far? Juror number 6. Of this case. I don't know. Iris, she's adorable. I play the first series in the airports other countries, so those are... I have to see the tier list for top game change when DGS2 gets English patch. Ooh. I like SOJ, I get a lot more of the second time. No, Justin, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Take a nap. I'm gonna do that after this. all I could have was, this is such a better name. Iris is such a better name than Dahlia. Yes. Yes. Oh. You know, that'd be cool if we saw... Oh no, I dropped it. You know, it'd be cool if we saw like the Hawthorne's ancestors. That'd be insane. Let's see. I can't read any of the chat. What? Oh god, it's almost midnight there. Oh my goodness. Have you got cabin fever yet? No, because I've been like trying to take walks outside, stay within my neighborhood, do stuff that's productive, and go out to get groceries when I need them. So, and talking to friends and stuff, like texting, checking on them, that actually helps a lot. Hey Skinny, what's your favorite case in Dual Destinies? Destiny. See, that game is so forgettable to me, though. I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite. Probably the last. Because it was so dark. Imagine the Sherlock Holmes books were remade as well. I read it all the same. You want to meet Ami? Oh, that'd be cool. It's just that being hyper-focused chat can be exhausting. It is. They mentioned Hoda Dennis case. Oh, Hottie. I just remember how Dr. Hottie bad teeth.
Jeez, I came at a weird time. I was like, what? Hottie? What?
Oh, yeah.
So, guess who owns 2 copies of Final Fantasy VII Remake?
You!
Yay!
You know what you gotta do, right?
I don't know yet.
Oh my god!
What?
Ugh!
What?
Sell it to me!
I mean...
Or give it away.
Listen, I do got 2 choices. Either I do sell it, or I give it away, or I give to somebody. I'll figure it out. Did I not get you a Christmas gift?
No, but I didn't get you one either, so it's fine.
Don't
do that. Don't
I don't.
Do that. I'm totally joking.
Listen, I had to see first off if I can even keep this copy.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I can. I just gotta double check if they're going to even charge me for this or not, because this is all on Amazon's fault for what they did. So yeah, it's
maybe wait a few days, maybe just in case they don't charge you.
Yep, I'll see what's up. I may end up giving it back or selling it. I don't know yet, guys. I'll figure it out. Oh, Binks, what's up? How you doing?
Hi, Binks.
You're just popping in to say hi. Okay.
Hi.
Hope everything's well. Hope work is going well.
Are you working from home? You better be working.
She is.
Okay, good.
I miss you too, girl.
Girl. What the hell was I gonna do? What was I doing with my life?
We were playing a game.
I guess that sounds about right. What does it say? Is it what a decadent demonstration, right?
Yes.
All right. What a decadent demonstration. Ha! You've piled up countless what?
Nigling?
I don't want to say the other one I'm thinking of.
Just say nigling.
Nigling details.
Wait, let me go to dictionary.com. Let me make sure it's an actual... Oh, it is. It's an actual word.
No, I'm sure it is. But I was scared. I was going to say something very bad, and I got very scared.
No, that's understandable. Hold on. Let me see how it's pronounced. Oh, yeah. It's actually, how you say it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's why I stopped, because it's like, I think that's how you say it, but I just sound... I'm still...
petty, trivial, inconsequential.
I'm just going to say inconsequential details, and proudly presented the resulting heap of dust.
Because no one are, like, you say it, and then all of a sudden...
Because it might sound like something else.
But that's how you pronounce it!
But nobody cares about common sense and logistics anymore. It's like, I think it reminds me of a very popular streamer, and he accidentally said the word with something else completely by accident, and so many people like tried canceling him and tearing him up because of that, and it's like, he obviously did not mean it like that.
Right.
But, yeah. Oh, excuse me. That's a very Japanese trick, isn't it? What is your problem now? Unfortunately for you, your demonstration is nothing more than pretense. If you're wondering why... Could you not... Okay. And he's so dramatic about that okay. It's because there exists a fatal contradiction in your own assertions. Huh? What?
Lord Van Zeeks, explain yourself. What contradictions have you found in this?
It's honestly very simple. The victim was stabbed in the back by this knife. The back? No! Oh.
No, yeah, that's right. He's absolutely right.
How quickly this appears. What's the matter, darling? You're suddenly so jumpy. Try to remember the details of the case again. As the victim was walking along Briar Road, she was stabbed and collapsed on the spot. If a knife had descended from above within the circumstances...
And that, because Pat said that she had the book already.
She had
to...
Wait... Oh, it's the judge.
Oh, order! Yeah, of course, it's totally it. If a falling knife had stabbed her, then it would have struck the very tip-top of her head, of course.
But... Whoa, that Tony really clammed up.
So that's it. I knew something was fishy about it.
Well, what's the truth, then?
Indeed, the defense has overlooked something vital.
You can't call it a logical conclusion that has even a single contradiction.
Yo.
Attorney, your demonstration doesn't have a leg to stand on. Can I just say it? Damn. I was so close.